welcome back to the stream. We're back tonight with our alien game. I'm very excited to get back into things, to see what these characters are like, if there's gonna be spookies tonight, or if we're just gonna have a relaxing campfire, because we're on a new planet, we're meeting new friends, getting closer to our old friends. But hey, before we get into things, we're gonna go around and have everybody say who they are and who they're playing tonight. If you're watching this on the YouTubes or if you're watching live with us, you can follow us on Discord. You can watch our Patreon, or you can check out our Patreon or our merch if you're interested. It's all links in the bottom. I have to remember to do that at the beginning, and this is me doing that. But I'm LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup on the Blue Skies and everything else. I am and on here on Sundays and Fridays. But I'm going to be playing Richard Ram. He is an officer of this ship, and he's got a perfectly executed Irish accent. That's me.
Next, oh, it's me.
You are.
Hello.
If you look around and have to ask, it's probably you.
Yeah. Hello. I am Alex. OMG, it's some guy on the internets, mostly over on GGK game nights, Tuesdays and Thursdays, when we're doing stuff those days, and here for the shenanigans on Sunday. For this game, I will be playing Dr. Donna Tello, and she is the medical doctor.
I go next. Hi, everybody. I'm Van. You can find me on the internets at Van But Wilder. Pretty much wherever you can find people on the internet. I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on Mastodon. Not that I ever post, but I'm there. Come find me. Maybe I'll start posting more. But mostly I hang out in the relevant Discords mentioned here previously, and stream on Twitch several times a week here and over on game nights as well. Tonight, I am playing Dr. Ellison Hemlock, who is the scientist.
Oh, hey, I'm Tanya, at Tanya Rowan Places Online. If you hear weird noises, I have pugs snoring next to me. The Abominable Pugs on Instagram. No big deal. But tonight, I'm Tommy Bosco, the roughneck, who loves his mama.
Next, hi everyone, I'm Val. You can find me at TheKrakensCrown, looking around the internet, mostly on over GGK. Thursday, Mondays, playing running games. Tonight, I will be playing Scrub, who is the pilot.
And I'm Rachel, or Rachel Elizabeth, with a Z and a 7S. And I'll be your game mother for the evening. I'm here on Sundays, and I am on GGK on Saturdays. And quick disclaimer. This game takes place in the Alien universe and is, in essence, a horror game. There will be descriptions of gore, and I will probably be putting my players in stressful, scary situations. Eventually. We have tools in place to ensure their safety, and your safety is important too. So if this game isn't for you, we understand, and we'll see you on our next adventure. And with that, we'll do a recap. Previously on Mysteries of Aura, our colonists awoke in the cold, quiet dark of space aboard the USCSS Artemis, the ship bound for their new home. They got their first glimpses of Aura, the planet that would be their new home, but quickly realized that they couldn't establish communication with the Black Sand colony, and they were picking up a distress beacon that wasn't coming from the colony. Eventually, they managed to get in contact with Valia Petrovna, the Marshal of Black Sand, and she informed them that they were also picking up the distress beacon and had sent people to investigate. But they hadn't heard back from them in a while. In the downtime, our crew got to know each other and the ship while Mother decelerated Artemis, and they grew nearer to the destination. Eventually, with Artemis safely in orbit around Aura, they left the relative safety of space for the unknown of their new planet in the dropship Orpheus 2, piloted by Scrub. Despite a bit of a rough start, they did make it safely to Black Sand and met the Marshal. She told them there was going to be a party on the beach by the lake that night, and that they could settle in before they dealt with the distress beacon problem. Then sent them off to get microchips at the clinic from Dr. Joe that would serve as their keys in and out of their homes. Donna got to see the clinic where she'd be working, and then Joe took them to their homes after, and everyone had a little downtime to get adjusted to planet life. Dr. Hemlock got to see their new lab, meticulously organized by none other than Joe. Richard got himself and Pharaoh, their cat, settled into their new home. Tommy did the same in his home, and then made his way to mechanical and the engineering building, eager to be useful. Scrub dropped off his shit and took out the trash and grabbed 2 beers and went to reunite with his wife, Bex, in engineering. And when we ended the session, everyone was getting settled into their new homes, ready for a beach party. And last time we did forget to do the end of session stuff because it is what it is, and I'm a bad GM. But we can open that up, and you guys can
Talk
answer
about our
those.
friend like that.
And you guys can answer the experience end of session questions. You all get 1 XP just for existing and being a part of the session. Congratulations. Thanks for playing.
Is there a place for that, or
Should be on your character sheets.
Oh,
I believe
no.
there's a spot.
It's on the right-hand side, right below where your talents are.
oh,
second
thank
thing.
you. Got him.
And you get an additional XP for answering any of these questions. If you can answer them, yes. And argue with me if you are answering yes. If I say, I don't know. Did you participate in the game session? You all get that one. You did. Did you risk or sacrifice something to further your personal agenda? No? Anybody?
It's a hard one.
Is having to talk to people enough of a sacrifice?
Well, then we could all
No.
fill that one in.
Leaving my mama, that's a sacrifice.
Oh, it was a sacrifice. But is your personal agenda that you chose for your character doesn't want to leave mama?
No. it's not.
Okay. Did you risk your life for your buddy, PC? Anybody risk your lives? I don't think so. Did you challenge or stand up to your rival? Did anybody give their rival shit last time?
Did I give you any shit last time, Dick?
Not more than usual.
Not an outrageous amount of shit.
Yeah, just the
normal amount of
normal
shit.
amount. Yeah.
I
You
did
didn't
give
like-
Dick a lot of shit about the coffee situation.
Yes, and I did push back.
And then you went and did what I wanted you to do anyway.
I did my job. So no.
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 Okay. Anybody make a panic roll? I don't think so. Did you overcome a dangerous event using violent or non-violent means?
I mean, was almost crashing the ship dangerous to that?
No.
Oh, okay. Guess what,
you-
guys? Ship crashing, completely safe. We're good.
You weren't gonna
Almost
crash.
crashing.
You weren't gonna crash.
Yeah.
Well, we
So
could
what-
even end it in the first session. It wasn't that dangerous.
All right, everyone, roll up. We're colonists now.
Roll. You know what? You just get all. Yeah, everybody gets an NPC. Pick one. Rock, paper, scissors for who you want. You all died. Did you make a significant discovery or revelation?
Not yet.
No. Did you perform any extraordinary action of some kind? Nope.
Again, does talking
Team
to other
building.
people count?
Well, maybe for Dr. Hemlock. Did you earn any money? And I mean, you're all getting paid by Wayland for existing, so I think you can mark another experience.
Oh, hey!
I'm gonna give you
Alright.
guys that one. You are
Thanks,
getting
Game
paid to be
Mommy.
here. This is your game. Like, this is your job as well as, you know.
So essentially, we're gonna get 2 free experience per session
Yes.
for passive income and being here.
Yes, correct.
Guys, I'm just gonna farming sim. I'm not doing anything else.
You're getting 2 passive experience
Let's
just for
grind
existing
for
in
some
my game.
levels, for a while, and then we'll.
So
Look, it's your game. I'm just here to facilitate.
just for existing and passive income, it's the privilege XP.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So you have to have at least 2 of those things on that list to get an XP. Is that what the
So
No,
it's-
you get
Okay.
one for each.
Yeah, you get 1 for each. Sorry.
Oh,
So,
so, I got
you
a
get
total
2.
Okay.
You got 2.
I have 2 total.
2 totals
Mhm.
for the end of game things. And now we have a party. So here everybody's separate essentially at this point. Except Tommy and Scrub are still in engineering. That's where we left them, right? They hadn't like wandered away yet.
Yeah.
Everybody else kind of split up. We can just fast forward to the part where Michael has been invited to the party by an unknown suitor. And Mother will be fine in Artemis and taking control of it for a while. So Scrub's gonna have to leave to go, or Coop. Coop is capable of piloting the Orpheus if Scrub's got better things to do. He doesn't have to go. But somebody is going up in the dropship to get Michael to come down for the party because his general idea is when in Rome. He was invited, so he'll go. So it says first, does everybody go to the party? Is there somebody who's just gonna like skip out on this whole section? Just sit here quietly and make me
Bye,
like,
everyone. I'm
pan-
done for the night.
and just make me pan back. So what are you doing?
No, I will fulfill my social obligations.
Okay, I just wanted to
Same.
make sure.
Is there food and drinks?
There's food. There will be food. There will be drinks.
Well, if there's free food and drinks, Tommy's in.
Okay. And does anybody try to meet up with anybody before they go?
I don't
mean,
think that's
Donna might
appropriate.
coordinate with Joe just to be like, okay, so if everyone's gonna be there, it's fine. If we're both there, like, we don't have to keep one of us here on
Yeah,
standby.
everybody is going to this party. Like that's the general consensus for the entire colony is that they have been stuck here with the same 24 people for 6 months, and they're excited for new faces, and just be like, hey, this is our home now. So they've been planning this, and they're just super excited. So the vibe is everybody is going to be there.
Yeah, so probably just Donna wanders over with Joe as they both leave the
Okay.
clinic.
clinic.
And, probably catching up on any medical concerns to be aware of among
Yeah.
the colonists.
They will give you one of the little like walkie-talkie radio type things that like people can like call you on since you're eager to like be on call and be ready to go. So you can get a little radio in case anybody needs you. And Joe's gonna be like, you haven't like officially started your jobs here, right? Like you don't, you know what I mean? Like you guys just got here. You've been here for a few hours at most. You just got into your houses, so you're not like but you seem eager, so so they'll just be like, here, if anybody needs anything, then you've got this, and they can call you. But everybody's going to be down at the beach, so it's not important for you to bring it with you if you don't feel like carrying a radio with you, since that's where everybody's going to be. Anybody else try to like meet up with anybody? You just kind of like wander down on your own, fashionably late? Like tell me what the vibe is.
Tommy waits for people in mechanical all to leave because he doesn't want to look like he's not working hard. So like he'll wait for everyone else to leave, then he'll kind of wander out, but he doesn't try to meet anybody, I don't think.
Just kind of like follows the pack.
Yeah, just in the
As everybody
back.
starts wandering down to the beach. Okay.
I arrive exactly at the scheduled time.
I was there
It's
10
like an
minutes
hour
early.
or so before sunset.
I
Yeah,
calculate.
but they gave us a precise time, right?
I
Yeah, they
get
gave
on
you
my,
a precise time. Somebody
well,
gave you a precise
if
time.
they didn't, I get on my tablet that I have and I find like my weather app, and I look and see like the
Yes,
exact
Apple weather works here.
time that sunset is supposed to happen, and so I show up exactly an hour before that.
That is the exact time you were
Psych.
supposed to arrive.
Psychotic.
I love Allison. That is just
Punctual.
me being neurotic.
Richard will get there like 15 minutes early to see if there's anything that they need help setting up.
There's a bunch of people that have been down at the beach, people you haven't met yet. There is somebody's grilling, like starting to make some food. You see as you walk down to the beach. I mean, it's very like,
Teen beach
like
movie.
Michigan beachy.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about like the, it's not like ocean beach. Obviously it's a lake. So it's, there's like,
You haven't arrived
probably-
yet, Val.
So yeah, your camera doesn't want
Apparently,
you to
I'm
be
completely anonymous for today. Hold on, let me get in my.
There's like, it's a huge lake. Like you can't see the other side of it really. Like you can see like maybe like dots of trees in the distance. It would be an all sports lake if it was if it was here. And you've got maybe like 50 feet of just like this black sand that eventually gives way to like the grassy, cleared out area that you guys, the colony has been built in before it becomes like the huge dense forest that's behind the colony. So you walk down to this beach, and there's wooden picnic tables. There's like obviously like somebody's setting up this big bonfire area. You could, if you wanted to, you could help with, adding wood to it before they light it on fire. If you want to be the one who lights it on fire, they'll probably let you. But there's like picnic tables laden with food, and everybody's around, and they're a little surprised that like you're here so early. Because they're still like kind of setting everything up, but nobody's like upset that you're here. It's not like a surprise party or anything. You guys know what's happening. So
All right, I think Richard is going to be assisting where needed, being as efficient as possible in the setup of this fire. He's read a lot of books about it, so he's very interested in like, well, the kindling. You got to get it right, and light it at the correct moment so that when you have to watch it for the next 10 minutes to keep it going, because you can't just assume that it's going to He's teaching them even though they already know what they're doing.
okay, I like it.
Pharaoh does
Everybody
not
loves
come.
a mansplainer.
Right? Look, I have to get into character. Pharaoh decided not to come tonight. He was asked if he wanted to attend and had found the new pillows and was promptly taking a nap. So the door is cracked if he decides to
wander down.
Yeah, wander down, but he's an independent cat. He can do what he likes.
He can explore if he wants to. I love that.
He will be when the next person arrives. He'll just be holding a can of or a beverage glass, standing, just
That's
randomly talking to somebody. Yeah.
Valia makes her way down, and she's just kind of like standing off a little bit. Not like, she's there, but she's not like in the mix. She's back kind of like just standing by one of the picnic tables with the obligatory beverage in her hand. Just kind of like watching over everything. She's there because she feels like she has to be, not because she wants to like party or anything. So you guys light the bonfire? Who else is wandering down? At the exact time, it's been about 15 minutes. You see the bonfire go up in the distance.
Richard, good evening.
Oh, good evening, Doctor. We were just discussing what type of bugs are on this planet. I was wondering if were going to be accosted this evening.
Near the water, it's always a potentiality.
How are you settling in?
Oh, just fine, thank you. I've unpacked.
Your accommodations are to your liking?
Yes, they're perfectly normal.
Wonderful. If you have any problems, just let me know.
Of course.
Beverages and food are over there.
Right, yes, I should acquire a beverage.
The fire's lit. Fire's blazing
I
up
don't
into
say
the
anything else, I
waning
just
light
walk
of the
off.
sky. The night is warm and the lake is calm and serene, and there's a handful of people in the water relatively close to the shore. Some of your new neighbors are lounging on the picnic tables or on blankets on the beach. Notably, there's a tall, beautiful, bearded man standing at the grill, and whatever he has there smells delicious as the smell of grilling meat wafts the way towards you. Next to him at one of the tables with several unlabeled bottles of what looks like liquor and a large keg is a man in a ball cap, his arm casually around the shoulders of a brunette woman who's laughing and chatting away with the person grilling. There's people you recognize around and a few obvious couples enjoying each other's company. Other colonists from your ship are spread amongst the people that you've met around Black Sand, and there are a bunch that you haven't met yet. Notably, you see Tally and Coop that are in the water swimming and being playfully adorable and all over each other as normal.
They're gonna be the first to die.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. The beautiful man at the grill.
Oh my fucking
I
god.
fucking knew it.
You're welcome for Jason Momoa.
I knew it.
Dude, listen, LB, do I need to turn the ship around? I'm coming down with Michael. If we're reaching the point,
It's gonna be great. No. This is a different kind of birthday. Let's go.
So that is the beautiful man grilling currently. This is the hold on. I'm touching the wrong thing. There he is. That is the person in the ball cap. That is wait, there he is. I meant to make him an NPC. There's his picture. That is the person who has his arm around the brunette, and there is the brunette. If anybody's watched The Last Ship, I just wanted them to be together. So
Wait,
it
is
is
this
what
your
it is.
fan cast? Is
Yes.
this your-
My fan
Yes, it
cast.
is.
They
What
didn't
is
end up getting
DMing
to-
for if not fan cast?
Exactly.
Look, they were to get they were like flirty on The Last Ship, but they didn't end up getting together, and it
Look.
made me sad. So
Listen,
I
this is
put
some
them in my game, and I
pro-
made them get together. Okay.
This is some pro GMing shit that I'm taking notes
That's
on.
what
now,
I
that
was
I'm
just.
gonna
I was
start-
like,
I'm
I always like
oh my
grab
God,
fantasy
every ki-
characters, like fantasy art, and now I'm like, no, do this.
Every
Yeah, I'm doing
character that I
actors.
want
Why
to be
not?
together from every show I've ever watched that never got together.
It's the
Just do
perfect
that.
opportunity for me to do this and to force them all on you guys.
Mhm.
So that's the couple, and she's playfully talking to the person grilling. You also
And the music
see-
got super spooky. for
Oh,
some
I'm so
reason.
sorry. That was not supposed to happen.
I was like, oh god, the
I
party's already
for-
taking a turn. We're not
sorry.
even are here yet.
I meant to keep it on the chill, fun music that has like waves in the background because it is a big lake.
We've
It
all
is
done
moving
it.
a little bit. And you see Nora from your ship, and she is talking to this man.
Well, I knew he was going to show up at some point.
You knew he was going to show up at some point. It's
Keanu.
my
Keanu.
game. It's my
I
game.
can't believe you
and
let me
I've-
make myself a wife and put all these
I'm
people on
sorry.
this island.
You had every opportunity to be
I already said we
married
have an
to
open
Keanu.
marriage. It's fine.
So
It's canon.
yeah, so you see him as well. Again, you don't know any of their names yet because you've introduced yourself. Who else is wandering down? And you see these people. They're here. These are your friends. Soon to be. But Nora's talking to Keanu's character.
I've now started approaching anyone who's near the water and asking them if they've experienced mosquitoes at this particular location.
There is probably somebody near the water that I didn't make a character sheet for, but I'm going to do this anyway because it's my game and you can deal with it. There is a person would look really familiar and like Michelle Rodriguez to anybody who doesn't know. And she is lounging with a man that looks like so much like Vin Diesel. It's weird. Letty and Dom are in this game. They're both mechanics on this island. And they're lounging near the water, and they'll tell you that that's not their area of expertise. But there's a biologist. They kind of towards the grill. He knows about all of the local wildlife. That's kind of his whole thing.
Excellent, thank you. Just walk away.
Sorry, I don't know why I decided to put Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez in this game, but I did. Who else is wandering down? Tommy, all the rest of the people from Mechanical have made their way down now, and they're headed towards the table with the booze because that is where that's where all the food and booze is.
I think Tommy would go down by where the food is and like kind of stand there and wait for someone else to take food, and then he takes food, like just to make sure it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, Nico's with you. Like, he probably came around the same time because you guys were working on the 3D printer together.
That's right.
So yeah, so he, probably just he beelines it for the food and like grabs some stuff. I mean, there's like burgers and that kind of stuff. And you hear the Jason Momoa character yell over to you, and he's like, it might be lab grown meat, but it still tastes better grilled over an open flame. If you look at it, all apprehensive.
Tommy just like breeze free.
Yeah, freeze free. Nico's just like piling food onto a plate. All of the things, all of the utensils, everything's biodegradable. You can just toss it. No one's worried about littering here. Just in case that's in anybody's heads.
It's a cool planet.
Everything's biodegradable. Everything's eco-friendly. Okay. We've got
So-
lab-grown meat.
Tommy gets his food and his lab grown meat he's pretty excited about. And then he grabs a beer, but then he kind of goes by himself and like not like super far away, but like sits on the beach just to have a moment to himself. 'Cause he's kind of a
Taking
loner.
in. Yeah, just taking it all in. I mean, it's like super serene out here. You're sitting on this like black sand. There's like blankets around that you can like pop on, or chairs and that kind of stuff. There's picnic tables everywhere if you want to like sit down on one of those and eat like somewhere nearer to the actual like water itself. And sounds nice. It's a
Yeah,
nice
he'd find
warm
an empty
night.
one and sit there.
Okay.
I think Scrub is definitely late coming back because after going to pick up the rest of our lab grown meat from the ship,
Hey, yo.
is coming back on approach. I think just because he wants to know, like, he wants to mess with Mikey Mike a little bit, just to see if androids are capable of panic. Probably like toggles the stabilizers like a little bit like surreptitiously, just give a little more turbulence coming in, see if he gets any sort of sweat or reaction out of Michael.
Nothing.
Very disappointed from that.
My dude is unshaken by your shit.
Yeah, it comes in and like, see, it's like, no, fuck, worth a shot. Coming in on approach, land probably is like sun has set, the drop ship lands over at, I assume there is like a landing pad or landing area.
Yeah, there's a landing pad by the
sweet. Yeah, I see
main
it.
building. Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, probably shows up with Michael a little bit into the party after everybody else has gotten settled. Has just probably just told Bex that he'd be back, had to run a narrative.
Bex is over by the person grilling and the couple that is by the booze, and whomever else is over there.
Cool.
If you wander over that way. What's Donna doing? Just following Joe or wandering off on her own?
I mean, probably like grabs first bit of food and drink with Joe, but then we'll wander around, start introducing herself to people, and engages in conversation for what am I trying to say? An appropriate amount of time. Yeah, let's see who would be someone to chat with. Yeah, I mean, probably goes to talk with Valia a little bit just to see, what, like, who are the ones who went out on the mission, and what should we be expecting for getting ready to see if they need rescuing the next day.
So you walk up to Valia.
Yes.
Nice party.
Oh, yes. Certainly much more lively than cryosleep has been for the past several months.
Oh, you should have been here when we didn't have running water.
You'll forgive me if I don't wish that I was here for that. That sounds incredibly unpleasant and unhygienic.
It was a rough 4 months, and luckily we had the lake, but it wasn't great.
Yes, yeah, I trust that you all, did your business far enough away from where you were actually gathering the water.
Absolutely. The water tower funnels it in from the lake. It's fresh water, so.
Yes, it is very good that is not a concern anymore. It would have been.
No. We had those like composting toilets, and it wasn't. It's just like the porta potties, essentially. Nobody wants to use those, but when you're forced to.
Indeed, but aside from that, no major issues getting things set up here.
No, I mean, you heard the 3D printer is the really big one that prints a lot of the building materials. That one's been a little on the fritz, but engineering's working on it. It's been running 24/7, so that's kind of the problem. But colony growing pains.
Indeed. Well, hopefully with the latest batch of us, we'll be able to help spread some of that stress out.
And we're glad you're here too. I feel bad for Joe. All they've had to deal with is, like minor cuts and bruises, like nothing major, and I think they're a little bored.
I'd suppose, but I'd rather take boredom over someone actually being in danger.
I'm sure she would too. But if I'm being honest, going from being a Marine to being a marshal here, I'm not used to boredom.
Well, if you do ever find yourself bored and free, swing by the clinic. And assuming I'm not seeing a patient, I'd be happy to take a few minutes to chat.
I'll keep that in mind. Do you ask about the missing colonists? all?
I'm trying to remember.
You don't know their names. You just know
Okay,
the
we
three
haven't
went
been
out.
told that.
Nope.
Okay, so yeah, then
That was being saved for like the meeting and stuff tomorrow morning because Valia was very explicitly told to let you guys settle in.
So I understand that we'll go over all this tomorrow, but I mean, of those who are out, which of the colonists are currently missing?
My deputy Max, and there are two other agents from Wayland. Just kind of like motions down the beach a little bit towards the guy talking to Nora, and their conversation appears a little bit heated at this point. If I mean, you've got high empathy, so you can probably gauge that from this distance. That their conversation has gone from being like casual to like a little bit heated. And you're picking up on body language at all. And then the two of John's compatriots, Anna and Edwin, who are here from Wayland as well. They went to check out the distress beacon.
Well, hopefully they will all be okay, but I'm assuming either myself or Joe will be going out in case they need assistance.
I mean, you'll find out tomorrow. I'm going to solicit some volunteers to go. I know who I would choose to go on this mission based on who has jobs here and who doesn't currently, and who's ingrained in daily life. But I'm not going to force anybody to go. So that's, if anybody wants to go check it out, I think having a medic would be a good idea just in case something bad has happened. Like I said, like the radio communication is a little spotty, but it should be better now that we have the Artemis above us to relay, as long as they're in the right position. But we still haven't heard from them since you guys got here, so I'm more than a little worried.
Well, now that we have the people power to spare, hopefully we'll be able to bring them home without any issues.
That is the hope. I'm just hoping the radio died or the battery on the chariot died. I mean, it would take several hours to get there via the chariot, but if it died and they have to walk, it would make sense that they haven't returned yet.
Well, suppose just to be safe, I will not drink that much. Just make sure I don't wind up with a hangover for this meeting tomorrow.
Well, I'm sure there's some IV fluids in the clinic if you need to. Let loose, have fun. It's a party. She raises her glass.
I will have to
casually sipping.
We'll have to double check with Joe, but perhaps we can spare a little bit of some of that.
Well, we've been here 6 months and we haven't used really any of it except for well, if we're gossiping, Murphy had terrible gravity sickness when we got here. Motions to the man at the grill, Jason Momoa's character. He was down for like 4 days. Just sick in bed. But he's the only one that's used IV fluids.
That's good. Not the the gravity sickness bit, but the I imagine the medical supplies are some of the harder ones to come by.
Yeah, we've got what you guys brought and what we brought, and we're kind of, you know. Luckily, we haven't had any outbreaks of anything yet, so we're pretty well stocked at this point. And having the med pod helps as well.
Yes. I'll have to find time to chat with Dr. Hemlock to see if they're able to synthesize any materials that we may be running low on. But sounds like we're good for now.
Did you have a burger yet?
Yes. I may be going back for a second one in a little bit.
Yeah, Murphy's a master on that grill. I don't know how he makes it taste like it's real meat and not lab grown. I mean, I guess it is real meat, but it's technically, I guess genetically it's real meat.
Yes, well, as long as it's providing the nutrients and it's not people, then won't be getting too much of a complaint from me.
I will warn you though. There's a couple people she motions on the beach too. Like two people are laying on a blanket together. Those two that work in agriculture, and if you start talking about meat with them, they're growing. They've got chickens that they're growing, and they have been. They're obsessed with talking about them. So unless you really want to talk about chickens and the raising of such creatures, I would steer away from mentioning the meat around them.
Understood. Yes, not particularly inclined to talk about poultry usually, but I'll keep it in mind.
They will talk your ear off about it. She will just continue to do her normal Valia thing, standing there. If you want to continue to talk to her off RP or via RP, that is up to you. Or if you want to
a little
continue
more
to wander,
small talk and
yeah.
then eventually go grab a second burger and then find someone else to chat with, but we'll let others have a chance now.
What's everyone else doing?
As soon as Joe shows up, I'm like, oh yes, someone I can ask about the mosquitoes.
Joe beelines for the food and a table and grabs a drink, making cordial conversation with the man and woman that are by the bar table, like pouring everybody's drinks. And sits down at a table. Nico is there as well.
Oh,
Dr. Hemlock.
I had a question for you. I sit down without being invited.
Please.
Someone mentioned this to me earlier, and I can't get it out of my brain. Do you find there's much insect activity around the water here?
Not like some of the lakes on Earth. There are an equivalent species. I'm not sure what they've named them. But there is like an equivalent annoying species. They breed in water, but they're kind of like Murphy could tell you more about it. That's like his whole thing. But they're like what are the ones that live in grass in the south of like chiggers.
Ah, yes, I'm familiar.
Except they breed in water here. They're not as abundant, but like if you go through tall grass near the water, the burrow under your skin and blood suck.
Right. Fascinating. I'll find some time to talk to Murphy about it.
Yeah, it's the one of the girl, tall man with the bun.
He seems busy. I wonder if they're disease carriers the same way mosquitoes are.
I don't think so. We haven't had any instances of it here yet that we've seen. But everybody's on the normal regiment of like antibiotics from like getting here and everything still.
Of course.
So we wouldn't have seen anything quite yet. Just from all the cryo sleep drugs they put in your system.
Right. Perhaps I'll see if Murphy's caught any.
He's yeah. I'll warn you if you want to start talking about that, he will talk your ear off about it. He's got lots of samples of different. He's kind of obsessed with bugs.
Oh, they're fascinating creatures.
So he's got tons of species that he can talk to you about that he has collected from the small area that we managed to go through so far, but no diseases that they've caused so far that I've noticed anyway, that anybody's
Wonderful.
showing symptoms of.
Well, that's good at least. Malaria is a hell of a thing. I'll bother him when he's not cooking.
He'll probably continue to cook while people continue to eat. So
Yes, but I hate to ask him and then want to see the samples and him not be able to get away and show me the samples, so I'll save myself the disappointment.
makes sense. I like the pre-planning.
It's sort of my thing.
Mine too. And organizing.
Yes, I could tell by the way the lab is set up. I appreciate the filing system you use is actually very similar to my own. So
Oh, good. If you,
Excellent.
I have a like an app I can send to your phone, not phone. What's the word I need? A tablet. If you that I created to kind of organize everything. If you can't find something, you can just voice search it on there, and it'll tell you where it is.
oh yes, that would be lovely.
Just whips out her tablet, sends it to you, so you can add it to yours. Just
Oh,
in case,
wonderful.
and then you can just kind of like leans over and shows you like where you can change things on there if you want to reorganize things, like, oh, this is how you do it, this is how you rename
see.
everything. And
I have to admit, I'm mildly impressed.
organizing calms me. I'm not one for traveling, but I took this job out of my comfort zone, so that
I see. And I understand there's something very satisfying about knowing that everything has its proper place and is in said proper place.
yes. Look, Nico came in once and grabbed band-aids and left them out on the counter, and I thought I was gonna have a full-on meltdown.
It's very stressful when someone else comes into your space.
No,
I'm
he
glad we
doesn't do that
understand each other.
anymore. It's nice to have a like mind here. Nobody else has been as appreciative. They all seem more annoyed that I'm so particular.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. It's a good skill set to have.
I would think so. But I guess, not everybody, outside of the medical field is as appreciative of, well, I guess medical and science in general is as appreciative of, everything being in order.
Yes.
I mean, the last thing you want in the middle of a surgery is not knowing where something you need in that exact moment is, right?
Yes, well, that's a bit more life-threatening than what I usually have to deal with, but
But when you reach for, a pipette, you want to know exactly where it is.
exactly. You want to know that it's clean, you want to know it's sterile, you want to know that you know where it's been.
Exactly.
Well, I'm glad we understand each other.
I do too. And if you need any help in your lab, again, I did the best I could with the materials we were given. I know you brought a lot more stuff, but if you need help,
Yes.
our clinic is very set up and ready to go. I'd be happy to help you.
Excellent. I'll call upon you.
I look forward to it.
Good.
Continues making small talk and showing you things about the little app that she created on the tablet to organize
good
all
app.
the things. Yeah. It's just little anal retentive endies.
It's hot.
Just bonding over organizing shit.
Oh, you mean you like me as a person? What?
Wait, what? Scrub Bex is over by the grill when you and Michael show up,
Yeah.
talking to the couple and Jason Momoa, whose name is actually Murphy.
Yeah, I think because Michael's with me right now, I think I'll just point if I see where Dick is at.
There's your date, babe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like, I think Dick wanted to talk with you. Just right over there.
Michael will make us over to Dick.
And then I'm gonna head over to your name is Dick. I can read your lips. Your name is Dick. Yeah, is gonna head over to interrupt with Murph and Bex. But we didn't crash this time. 2 for 2.
How about you try to not crash? Bex says, at all, ever, while you're here.
Yeah, but I did the thing with the stabilizers because I wanted to see if I could get a reaction out of Michael, and I swear he's cooler than a cucumber, like ice cold, some type of frozen cucumber.
Frozen what would you freeze a cucumber for?
Cocktails. I don't know.
The man in the baseball cap looks at you, says,
sorry
we
about
don't have those kind of fancy cocktails here. But I'm Frank.
Frank, nice to meet you. Scrub.
Bex will be like, oh, I'm sorry. I just always assume that everybody knows him. This is my husband Scrub. This is Murphy, gestures to the man at the grill. And then gestures, you met Frank, and then this is his wife. What did I name her? Emma. I think I named her Emma.
I think it looks at Murph and is like, God damn, man, how'd they fit you one of those tin kits they call a cryo tube? You get one of those custom ordered? Shit.
It was a tight squeeze.
Yeah, I'd say. Damn. You gotta tell me your workout regimen.
Rock climbing.
Okay, I see. I mostly sit at a chair the entire my whole work day, so don't
Oh,
get
you
much
got to
time
get
for
out
that.
in it. I'm
Oh, I'm in it all right, but
different in it than I am. I do biology. So that's my bread and butter. It's like flipping burgers on the grill, just like at his biceps. And just starts talking to you about, oh, this is what I do here. Oh, we've been climbing trees a lot. Oh yeah, I found this really cool bug species. If you don't stop him, he will continue to talk about all of the bugs.
I
and
love this
all
bug
of,
man.
all of the things,
I
all
love
of the
the-
species. He's an ecologist.
I love
That's
the
his
image of
thing.
nerdy Jason Momoa.
Yes, Jason Momoa as the biggest fucking large nerd man. Yeah, he's an ecologist. So he's all about like the ecosystem and figuring out how everything works together. And he will just talk your ear off about, oh yeah, and we discovered this really cool thing, and he's just all about
tries
it.
to get distraction, be like, I think your steak's burned over there.
Oh shit. Yeah, it goes back to like plating things.
Like gives Bex a look. Like, is there anyone here I can hold a conversation with?
She just kind of like points you in the direction of Frank.
Thank you.
That's your people, babe.
We'll stop with Bex a little bit and say, so didn't really get a chance to talk much earlier, but how are you doing there? 6 months, kind of a long tour.
Yeah. It's been an adventure. I missed you. Not that we, aren't used to this, but not being able to talk since you were in cryosleep was a little different.
Yeah, it was tough them overlapping like that. I got your messages once I got out. Did you get mine?
Yeah,
I
did.
Okay.
I did. They took a while to get here, so I didn't get them until like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I tried to recap those Dayton shows the best I could follow.
I really
them.
appreciated it. Yeah,
Thank you.
Bachelorette season 147. I
Yeah.
appreciate you watching that for me.
I really tried to record them to bring with me, but I don't know if how that's gonna even if we have anything to play them on here. So But how are you? How are you feeling about all this?
It's been good because I have things to do all of the time. But the downtime has been a little weird. I imagine you'll have the same problem adjusting.
Yeah, I was unreasonably excited to go essentially serve as a taxi, as an interplanetary taxi. Because I don't know how many more chances I'm going to get to do something like that. They're talking about some sort of like rescue op or something tomorrow, and I'm like, first one, get my hand up, because I don't know, almost feels more like a retirement than it does like a new job.
Yeah, neither of us are very used to chill, but I think we deserve it at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you do. I'm trying to figure out how I'd stay out of your hair and don't just drive you crazy looking for things to do.
Well, all else fails, you just sit in the Orpheus and wait for somebody to need you. Well, I do my thing. Or you sit there and pester me out of doing what it is that I need to do. I mean, we can take long walks on the beach, cut down a tree. You can
I feel
light
like
things on
romance in our
fire.
relationship has really suffered after all this time apart. If you're talking about
We lived in a
cutting down
really
trees.
shitty planet for a very long time.
Yeah.
But I hear that used to be really popular.
Yeah. No, I mean, we can breathe here without a respirator, so it's nice be able to be outside and looking
Up at the
See,
stars. It's
star
like starting to
shit.
get dark. You see all the stars come out. There's like a rainbow aura as the sun starts to set over, the entire sky is just lit up like a rainbow.
Actually, I sort of joked about it there, but that doesn't sound too bad.
It hasn't been bad. In another year or two, it's going to be wild when thousands of more people get here. We should probably enjoy the quiet time.
Shit, I forgot there's gonna be more people.
Mm-hmm. And we'll have a lot to do before then. I mean, I'm sure you're going to be, carting things back and forth while we build other houses and all sorts of stuff. And you're going to be busier than you think you are.
Yeah.
We all have been.
Just hear me out on this. Like, what if
Uh-oh.
we said just
No, got that tone of voice again. Hold on. She like takes a swig of her beer.
I had this thought. We kind of started like cry of sleep and remember having this dream about it. And I was thinking about being here and new planet. There's lots of space. And here we are like cramming ourselves in these tiny pods, all getting ready for things to go back to like normal status quo. And like, it'll probably be a few years before we get to that point where things, planets owned and occupied and things like. Probably wouldn't notice if a extra pod went missing. We found a little spot. Now, a couple of ridges we passed over on the way in. Somewhere quiet. Two of us get away for a bit.
Rob, are you going to build me a house?
If I get bored enough, yeah, that's about where this is going.
Look, I wouldn't hate it.
All right. I just always kind of imagine it'd be nice to have,
A little patch of land all to yourself.
Yeah. I mean, to us.
We have a whole planet's worth.
Yeah. Garden. Hanging laundry out
Don't
back.
say that too loud. She like looks towards the woman that's near us.
But I mean, seriously, like a little spot for us. 4 walls, picket fence, whatever classifies as a dog on this planet.
I don't know about taming them, but there are some. We could try it.
Whatever works. Just, I don't know. Time together would be nice.
Are you gonna get sick of me with this much time together?
Well, we better make the best use of it before I do. So,
You want to get out of here?
yeah. 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 Down the street.
She's already gone. Just
Like there was the moments like I should no. Time
fuck
for that.
it. You can always come back.
Yeah.
And Vex and Scrub make their exit.
Someone roll a perception check.
Everybody roll a perception check. Everybody get on a d20. I'm just kidding. Who notices?
There's a non-zero chance the scrub dies while going out. I had that moment with like a horror movie moment. I was like, oh god, we just went off somewhere on our own. Fuck.
Richard, Michael's walking up to you.
Richard has been standing, just idly talking with one of the colonists to make sure that they've gotten settled well, and he excuses himself and approaches Michael. I see you found your way down just fine.
I did, yes, thank you.
Did you enjoy your shuttle ride down?
The pilot did the oddest thing.
What was it?
He messed with the flaps to make it seem like there was more turbulence in the descent. I think he was trying to, what did they say, rattle me?
Seems oddly inefficient, but Scrub isn't always the most logical person I've ever met.
I think it was a test, and I'm not sure if I passed.
Did you give a big reaction?
No, I gave no reaction.
That's probably for the best. I think they were looking for a shock and awe, maybe a little bit of scaredness.
Oh. That makes sense now in hindsight.
Probably testing to see if you could get, I believe the word is rattled?
Well, I don't know if I passed or failed the test.
I don't think it really matters either way.
It
Unless
must
it
have been
matters
a
to you.
personal thing.
Right.
Nope.
Have you had...
Cheers.
Cheers. Have you had to walk around yet?
I saw a bit of the colony on the way over here. It looks efficiently planned.
Right, I like the rows. I think I've placed myself in the house as closest to any need, if anybody should come to get me. I'm right at the edge. Pharaoh has gotten himself nice and comfortable.
He's settling in okay?
I believe so. I think he's going to need a little bit extra attention. You know, he doesn't like change that much, but he'll manage.
He's a very intelligent creature.
Yes, I find that cats are. I contemplate getting a dog for some time, but I think that the ability for the cat to handle its own business and the intelligence level, I think it was better choice for me.
I feel like dogs have their purpose and cats have their purpose. But cats also don't give out their love as willingly as dogs do. So when a cat chooses you, from what I've noticed, it's... they're more selective.
Right, it feels more special when they've given you attention. I don't know if it applies to me because I'm the one who gives him food, but...
I feel like that's a particular kind of attention that cats appreciate, though.
Yes. I've had that people are very similar. In that if you give them food, they tend to gravitate towards you better, faster. Or
I think
caffeine.
they call that a love language.
Oh, I see. So, if it's a gift given.
In a way, yes.
Yes. Well, is there anything you want to see while you're here? I thought you'd like to enjoy the company of others and get a look
I
at the
appreciated
planet.
the invitation.
Of course. I know that being up on the ship is where you prefer to be, but seeing a space for a bit, at least before we get settled in and everyone starts making mistakes and going off the rails would be better.
I hope everyone doesn't go off the rails.
Well, I've known this crew for a little bit, and I think, well, most of them are efficient at their jobs. Some of them like to improvise a bit more than I'm appreciative of.
You are an efficient person.
I try to be, thank you.
I appreciate that about you.
Thank you. Well, would you like to go check out the beach? Walk on the sand? See it?
Yes, thank you.
Motions.
I would like a tour.
Well, as much as I can give. You see here, and he starts talking about the trees and how much he knows about them. The very little he knows about them.
I love it. Just like the most adorable. Like, look. Let me give you a tour of this place I've been in for a couple hours.
Right. And this black sand is made up of these molecules. It's amazing.
So strange. It's so beautiful. So lovely.
That's an
You're a
anomaly.
scientist.
Richard just pays attention.
Yes. I
Like those-
listen.
More men should.
Mhm.
I like it when we started the session off quick. We're gonna flirt with everyone, and then our definition
No,
of
that is
flirting-
not what we said. What was said was Rachel saying, "I'm going to flirt with everyone."
Yeah,
That was flirting. I don't know what you guys
and
are
that's what I'm
talking.
saying. The definition of flirting has really been broadened in this session.
Depending on who it is, okay?
Yeah.
I've got a lot of characters inside me right now, okay?
This is the spiciest of neurospicy groups.
Mhm.
I've given you lots of neurospicy characters. And this is their way of flirting, okay?
We all came in with a neurodivergent character.
I wasn't
We're the-
expecting to be the normal one in this group.
no one is
on
expecting you
on
to
the
be number
neurospicy
one.
scale, this group is tie hot.
What's Tommy getting up to, Tanya?
Tommy probably hasn't like really talked to anybody unless he had to. I will say he did go back to the grill and talk to Murphy and like kind of asking about his technique. Like if it's a charcoal grill, how he stacks his charcoals and starts them.
All right,
I
I'll tell you
imagine-
all about it.
I imagine Tommy would give him like a little tip, but not so much to like annoy him. But like Tommy just understands things, so gives him a little tip on how to do it to make it work better.
Yeah, he is super stoked to talk to somebody else who gives any shits about the fact that he's grilling meat. Like everybody else was just happy to like cook it in their kitchen or whatever, but he's like, no, I'm gonna make a grill. I'm gonna, do the charcoal thing or wood fire or whatever it is. I don't know. Gas. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's my game. It's charcoal. Somehow he has charcoal. So
Great, let's
he
just start polluting the atmosphere as soon as we get here. All
Gotta
right.
do it somehow.
Whatever. And it's one
This
fucking
is special.
grill, Val.
This is special charcoal. Special
It
alien
starts
charcoal.
with one grill.
It starts with one grill. There's one grill at the beach. God damn it.
And all of your neighbors want grills. Next thing
They
you
can
know,
use
we're
the one at the
fracking
fucking
and-
beach. And he'll talk to you about the, how, like, oh yeah, so I built this and blah blah. And he'll tell you that it's better. It tastes better this way. Like the lab grown meat, like it's fine. You know what I mean? Like it's good, but it just tastes better when you grill it. So that's just what he prefers to do. He'll just sit there and talk to you about it as long as you want to.
When there's like after he's talked to him for about 15 minutes, when there's a break in conversation, Tommy kind of like grabs a beer and just kind of nods and then like, good talking to you, and then walks away.
The
Just like,
Midwestern
"Alright, that's
goodbye. Well,
Midwestern goodbye. Midwestern Irish goodbye.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're still at the party, but everybody's, chatted with everybody, flirted with everybody. Scrub's gone. So I think it's a good point for us to take a break. I will hop back into this, do the next morning, and then we'll see where we're at. Take us away, LB.
All right, I hit the break screen because I was like, yeah, okay. I thought you were gonna do the outro. I was like, I'll hit it. Yeah, we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go to a place except for to grab a drink, grab a friend, take your medication. Just do like a big old stretch. Like stand up, get your arms up, you know, do side to sides and stuff. We'll be back in 5 to 10. Bye. And we're back! Thanks for hanging out. We were just talking about Blink-182. But before we do that, let's get back into this party.
All right. So, does anybody have anybody else they want to talk to? Anybody else they're looking for? Anybody else that they're chatting with?
Is there
People that are
anybody
still
else
at the party?
that I need to talk to as being a commander and like coordinating on the ground stuff?
I mean, you know, like Valley's there. She's in charge of the colony. I mean, like if you wanted to talk to her, you could. But you could also just give yourself a night off to hang out with Michael.
I don't
Nobody's gonna fault you for that.
I'll probably chat with her a bit. Probably like see which of my crew is like. Probably talk to Tommy a little bit actually, like with Michael, so that like you seem to be on your own a bit. Is there anything that you need? Is there anything that you wanna, you know, how's your stuff going?
Great.
Wonderful. Is there anything, are your accommodations to your liking?
This is such a nice place.
Mm.
I'm very happy.
Do you think that, I know you're worried about your mother. Do you think it'd be a place that she could, I know we've only been here for a day, but I know that was your goal, getting her down here as well.
If this place all works out, I'd love to bring her here. It'd be perfect.
She sounds like a lovely woman.
She very much is. She's the best.
Well, if you need anything, you know where you can find me.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
It's getting a little late. I was wondering, Michael, would you like to go? I was going to try and find some driftwood. If we can start working on a cat tower for the Pharaoh. Would you like to go for a walk on the beach with me?
I would love to see the beach.
Okay. All right. Tommy, don't be staying up too late. You've got duties in the morning.
I'll be there bright and early. Get done what needs to get done.
I appreciate that. Have a good one. Go look for driftwood on the beach.
Michael will help you pick up pieces and, you know, entertain you with small talk, pointing random things out. There's like, it's starting to get dark now. The aura's starting to fade, like the rainbow that was like over the sunset. And there's like little, you know, bioluminescent bugs that have come out. They're like lightning bugs, but they're more like purpley and blue. And they are starting to light up amongst like the trees that are along the water and everything like around there. It's super romantical.
Interesting. I'll have to talk to Mr. Hunter to see if he knows what they are or what they're made of. I'm interested to know why they glow like that.
Given his area of expertise, I'm sure that he would know exactly what it is.
I'm sure Scrub will be taking you back in the morning, so let's get as much done as we can tonight. I think a Pharaoh would appreciate a new scratching post as soon as we can.
He is very efficient in using his claws to scratch things.
Yes, I think the density...
the post of my bed in our ship shows that. He showed a particular interest in the bottom left corner.
My apologies. I'll have it repaired for you.
It's okay. I like it. He seems to have claimed it. We wouldn't want to ruin it for him.
Of course. He does have his particularities. Well, this wood seems a bit denser than the ones on our planet, so let's see if we can make it last a little bit longer.
Seems like it would. Tries to like bend a piece a little bit. Seems pretty hefty. It's old wood.
Yes. Thank you very much for carrying for me. I appreciate that.
Just holding the wood for you.
Mhm.
Michael
Strong.
Fassbender. Hot and strong.
Oh,
Super powered Michael Fassbender.
yes.
He's so hot.
Yes.
Since I'm not going back until the morning, there is the unfortunate situation of where to spend the evening. Not that I need to sleep, but sitting here on the beach by myself or in the drop ship until somebody is willing to take me back. Seems a little odd.
Well, you're more than willing to stay at my place if you like. You know, I have the space. As long as you stay out of Farah's room, I think you'll be alright.
As long as you have adequate space, I would appreciate
I have
it.
more than adequate space, I think. They did tend to build the tents a little more larger than I'm... The space I need is not quite as much as they've given me. It's quite a lot extra.
Yeah, they built like family homes, I think, for planning for the future. The 2 and 3 bedroom models.
That would make sense. Not... anyways, yes, you're more than welcome to stay at my place if you'd like.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Of course.
Let's
carry
let me
this.
know when you are ready to head back.
Well, I think we have sufficient building materials. I'm sure we could find a way of attaching them without having any... you know I worry about him getting too deep into the wood and hurting himself on some screws, so I think if we find some glue and that sort of thing... I appreciate that you don't stay up or anything like that, but you know, I wouldn't want to keep you if you have other things to think about.
I will remain here as long as you need me.
I appreciate your assistance and your time.
I appreciate your company.
And I yours. Let's go back.
Hey, yo!
Damn.
That's
The
2,
most-
baby.
I'm 2 for 2! Okay, so anybody that is still on the beach, is there anybody you want to talk to before we decide to skip to the morning?
We don't have to play them out, but
You do whatever you want. I'm
mean-
here for a chill session today. Next week is gonna be fucked up. I'm just gonna tell you ahead of time. I'm just gonna warn you ahead of time. This is the most chill we're gonna get for the rest of the session, or for the rest of the sessions.
yeah, I mean, Donna tries to talk with pretty much everyone just to check in and get to know them. Almost feel like I should roll some dice to decide who she spends more time with.
Yeah, you've got lots of options. You know, Tally and Coop are probably just like playfully like being together, just enjoying the water and like hanging out together. They were swimming and stuff. You know, Nora, the journalist, who was on the ship. She's still discussing whatever it is that they're discussing with the man you don't recognize, who is Keanu Reeves. Murphy has stopped grilling. He's just hanging out now. Probably still talking to Frank, who you haven't met yet, but Scrub met, and his wife Emma. They're just like probably hanging out, sitting at one of the picnic tables by all the booze and stuff, because Frank is the one like passing it all out. Nico is probably chatting with Joe. It appears that he probably is high empathy. I'm just gonna give this to you. He's trying to flirt with Joe. Joe's not feeling it. Just to say, your passive perception says like Joe's not feeling it. But Nico is interested, but doesn't. You know, it's a little like okay, never mind. And you also see where your compatriots are.
Trying to figure out, does Donna run like a side hustle as matchmaker, or is that gonna get too messy with a colony of like 48 people?
Look, our job
That's
is to
Donna.
populate this place, so...
Look, you're here setting it all up for all the embryos and other thousands of colonists that are going to come in a couple years.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want until then, as long as you get your jobs done.
Yeah.
You want your own bachelorette show? You can
I
have
mean,
one, or bachelor show.
If I've ever seen an alien movie, we're probably not coming back here.
But Donna will go and talk with Nora and the mystery man, because I believe Valia had also pointed to the mystery man and like he's friends with the other people who are missing.
That is correct. So you're approaching them?
Yes.
Okay. As you walk up to them, you hear a heated conversation. Nora, you're catching glimpses of the conversation as you get closer. Nora is just peppering this man with questions. Like, she's just like, you hear like glimpses of the conversation, like missing people and like, what is Waylon doing here and blah, 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 blah. Like, she's just like very, she's adamant about answers, and this man is brushing her off. As you get closer, you hear, shouldn't you get back to your little puff piece about colony life? And as you get a little bit closer, you hear her ask, like what's really going on in the Badlands? Why are these people still missing? And John says, it's a party, Nora. Just try to enjoy yourself.
I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
No, you're not. The man says. Keanu Reeves says, I'm just about done here.
Right. Well, Nora, hello. I'm Donna, the new doctor, to assist Joe. And you are
hi.
not very talkative.
No, sorry. John just the man just kind of just walks away.
Gotcha.
Nora's like, damn, I thought I had him.
Oh, from what I could see, it seemed like he's a tough nut to crack.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. I think Waylon's up to something here. I have a feeling, like journalist intuition. This just all this publicity just feels wrong to me now. Like, she seems like she's like slightly, maybe a little bit intoxicated. She's she's had a couple drinks. She's feeling a little like bold, and just chattier than she probably would be. So if you'd like to take the opportunity to ask her questions, you're getting the vibe with your empathy that she would probably be.
Yeah. Because I realize I need to actually discuss with you, Rachel, about personal agenda, but I think that could be fairly in line.
Okay.
So it does seem odd that Waylon Yutani would be sending a, no offense to you, of course, but a journalist out with the second wave. Seems like they certainly have their priorities in an odd place.
Yeah, they specifically like sought me out and they were like, oh, hey, we want to do this like piece on, how much good we're doing in the colonized planets. And after that shit that happened on that other planet with all of, just the absolute disaster and the fact that, all that shit's come out about how, destructive they've been and how shitty they've been paying everybody and like the conditions that all the colonists been in. And it's like, oh, now this one's going to be perfect. And you want to bring a journalist out there to prove it to everybody. It seems a little bit suspicious, right? It just like takes another swig of her drink.
Yes, yeah, I mean, they will do whatever they can to get the best optics. That's
when you have billions of dollars to pump into just your PR team alone, like of course they're going to do it. That's why I took the job, because I was like, this is something, like there's something else going on here, and I'm convinced that there is. Mark my words, Donna, there's something else going on here.
Well, I would love to hear more about that. How many drinks
are
you on?
Yet. I don't know. I don't even know what it is that I'm drinking. I just keep going over to that table over there, with that man in the hat, and he just keeps giving them to me.
Trying to think if I want to try and ply her with another drink or if I go into like mom friend mode of like, no, you need to.
Are you the mom or are you going to be the friend that derails this further?
Are you the mom or the stepmom of the party?
Are you a cool mom or are you a regular mom?
You know what? Why don't we go get ourselves some more drinks, but then go sit down and we'll talk about what you know, what you think of your assignment here, because you are wonderful company, but as you were saying, it seems a little odd to be bringing a journalist out here for so early in the colony's founding.
It seems weird. Like I'm supposed to live here for a few years and just like report back on colony life. It's not a story.
I am not a journalist myself, but that seems like a very long assignment.
It is. Suspiciously long, right? And they're going to pay me the whole time that I'm out here. It's like they're not expecting me to come back.
That sounds perhaps a bit more
Oh,
ominous.
don't call me an alarmist, Donna.
I'm not, but they are. I mean, as you said, they've got billions for their PR department. Easier to pay us all and make it easier here than clean up their mess at the last colony.
Yeah. I've run the numbers. It really is cheaper for them to just pay us well and tell everybody else to fuck off.
Ah, the glory of capitalism.
It's the worst. But hey, we're getting paid, right?
That we are.
As long as
Toasts
the
a drink.
credits, as long as the credits make it to my account, I'm not gonna argue about the assignment. Start wandering a little stumbly in the sand towards the drink table with you.
Put an arm around her to keep her upright.
She's still upright. She's not that drunk, but like, it's sand.
Yep.
It's
You guys-
everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Well, certainly you raised some good points about. I overheard a little bit of what you were talking about with that other man who didn't even give me his name before you
Ugh,
walked
John,
off.
he's the worst. The last man standing for Wayland here. It's not ominous.
So, himself and I believe it was two others who
Yeah, there were
have.
two others, Anna and Edwin, and they went to go investigate that mysterious distress beacon.
Right. Why would they go out? I mean, they went with the deputy as well, but
Exactly. Like Max went, that makes sense. And like Valia can't go because she's like in charge or something. But like when I heard that like two people from Wayland went, it's like, do they know something? Did they know something? Did they go out there specifically
I mean,
cover something up?
perhaps, or perhaps they are just, as this is a company venture, they are going out so that they can, report on the situation to the company, and I imagine they have more sway in getting big changes to happen than the rest of us might.
Flops down somewhere on the beach. Your refreshed drinks. That's what they want you to think, Donna. That's what they want you to think. Okay, so I'm gonna give it to you straight. Because we're friends now, right? We're friends, right?
Oh yes, we're friends.
Okay. And like doctor-patient confidentiality. There it is. So I'm not really here to like write a puff piece. I'm here because I don't trust Wayland. And like, yes, they hired me. And yes, they're paying me. But I'm really investigating Wayland. Because I think that all that shit that's happened, that's been in the news for the past 3 years, is suspicious as hell, and they're covering something up. And I'm going to be the one who gets to the bottom of it.
Well, I what am I trying to say here?
I'm sorry, I'm playing a drunk girl a little too well.
I think Donna's sat next to her, like hand on her knee. Just I agree with you, Nora. I think the company is, they're treating us well. They're treating us too well here, and I do think that
Right?
perhaps there's more going on. I don't know exactly what yet, but
I don't either. That's why I'm here. That's why I took the job. It's because like I've been following all this stuff. I read that book about that spooky dragon thing that happened on Fiorina, and like, I just look. I'm not a conspiracy theorist at heart. That's just like it's not my thing. I like facts, and I like I like the truth, and I think that they're covering something up, and that's why I took the job. I'm an investigative journalist at heart. I just want to figure out what they're up to, because all these companies, they just steamroll over the common people and nobody ever does anything about it. It bothers me.
yes, I mean, as it should. Um, though we are benefiting greatly from their uh, freely flowing funds. We can't forget about
Right. Of
everything else
course.
they've done.
It's all with money, like they have the money, so they have all the power. And, they put people on these shitty planets that are, terraformed like haphazardly. And they end up with like, these, genetic anomalies that happen on these planets. And they're just like, oh, oops, my bad. Let's, all the kids born here have, just things are all crazy. And we're just going to abandon it. And then they go do it to another planet when they like perfect it more. And it's just, I'm sure Dr. Hemlock knows a lot more about the genetic stuff that happens on some of these terraformed planets. I should talk to him about that because I'm sure I could write something about that too. But, but Wayland, they're up to some shit. Like there's all these companies suck, but that one has been deep. They're just their name, it just keeps popping up and all these things that keep happening.
Right, well, it sounds like. I mean, have you brought any of this to Valia yet?
No, I mean, like I
you've
met her
only
like
just got here.
5
Yes.
hours ago. Like I'm
But-
not, I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm suspicious about this shit. I feel like Valia, I get the feeling that like I can't go to her without proof. So like if there are people going to that distress beacon, tomorrow or whenever, I'm going. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna document everything. I'm gonna write it all down. I'm gonna take the videos. I'm gonna come back with proof that there's some fucked up shit going on and that Waylon's name is all over it.
Well, then it sounds like we'll be on this adventure together, as I also intend to go out in case they need medical assistance, obviously.
That's smart. It's always good to have a doctor around.
It is. It's why, I mean, almost 25%, or no, not 25%, almost 10% of the colony is doctors at this point.
I mean, like medical doctors or like just doctors.
Well, doctors, if we're talking medical doctors, that's approximately 5%.
You like facts and figures, and I like that about you.
Thank you. I do tend to be a fan of figures. If I may be so bold, including yours.
Oh, Dr. Donna. Look, give it to me straight. Are you hitting on me? Take another swig of a drink.
Well, I won't give it to you straight, but yes, I am hitting on you.
Well, I got a bet at my place with your name on it. Let's go.
After you.
And she will get up and grab your hand and lead you towards her place. 3 for 3, baby. I'm so proud of myself. I'm sorry. This is all I wanted out of this before everything goes to hell.
That's why we do
That
what
was
we
l-
do.
That was so like straight down the line, and then Alex just went, and also this, and I was like, wait, I wasn't ready for that.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, I didn't see that coming, Alex. You got me. You got me good.
That was a good line.
It was so good.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Tommy and Dr. Hemlock, you're still at the party, and 2 people have disappeared. 3 people have disappeared now.
People
I'm
keep
assuming
disappearing from this party.
people keep disappearing from this party. It's quieting down. You know, the evening is nice and pleasant and warm. There's still people around. There's still drinks to be had. There's still food to be eaten.
I think this is what I see. If because the only way that Ellison is still at this party is if they have like had a couple of drinks and like let some of the tension go. So I think like had a couple of drinks and I think are sitting at a table like with Joe, because that's just the person that they know now is on the same page as them, and so is like, yes, I will continue talking to me and talking to you until you tell me you would like to do otherwise. But I think it has just like had a couple of drinks, is like finishing another one, and is just sitting at a table like Joe and like maybe a couple of other people, and it's just what's okay. What would they be talking about? So Ellison is telling the true story of Typhoid Mary and like what she went through in her life. It's like talking about like Mary Mallon and like how like she was the one of the first really well documented asymptomatic carriers of anything, and just going like on about that.
Joe is just riveted. Like,
I know the public were actually on her side for a very long time because she was sort of locked up for several years of her life, but they never actually told her what was going on. Like, she didn't understand what an asymptomatic carrier was. They just told
they
her,
didn't even know
hey,
asymptomatic was a thing at that point.
no, they just told her, hey, you are giving people typhoid fever. And she was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. I don't have a fever. She went on to make some very questionable choices after that, but
Well, you know, I mean,
at the
people,
time,
a lot of people do in the time.
completely ridiculous. And you know, the fact that she sort of reviled for essentially being locked up for most of her life, having a medical condition she didn't understand, wasn't explained to her, is just absurd.
No, I
Scientifically
agree
fascinating.
completely. Absolutely fascinating. But yeah, I agree. It's just it's one of those cases that like just still sticks with you, you know, like after you read about it, and then you read about it again, you know, and then you read about it again
and again
and again, and it
fascinates
just,
me.
yeah, absolutely. I completely agree.
Fascinates me. A woman who said, absolutely not, you're not going to take my agency away from me because I have this disease that you can't prove I have. Today, that would be an absolute nightmare.
Right, but at the time, their rights and her rights were at absolute odds.
Well, so not to mention she's a woman, and not to mention she was
Right,
Irish.
yeah, absolutely.
Very troublesome.
Absolutely.
Fascinating.
I've never found anybody else who wants to talk about old cases like this.
Oh, I think they're absolutely fascinating. I mean, I think medical history is, and just scientific history in general, is so fraught with horrible decisions and horrible. I mean, we used to treat do you know this? We used to treat sunburn with burns. You should literally say, oh, like cures, like it's that, you know, law of attraction and everything that some people still unfortunately hang on to today.
Well, and sterilizing medical utensils and washing your hands used to be a thing that was, you know,
right,
just absolutely absurd.
Yes, the man who initially said we should maybe be washing our hands between doing an autopsy and delivering a human child onto the planet was absolutely critically reviled and laughed out of conferences.
Yeah, it's fascinating to me. I mean, we've come so far as a species, at least in science, maybe not, you know, socially. We make as many strides as we can, but the fact that, you know, we can look back on those things and just think they're absolutely absurd now is, you know, It's fun.
Fascinating. I have a whole lecture series I've been planning on giving forever about self-surgery and the first, because that's how, the first doctors who decided, hey, I want to test this new surgical procedure. No one would let them do it. They often did it on themselves. Fascinating. The first heart cath ever given was by a man giving it to himself because he thought he could do it.
Yeah, that's just you said you wanna do lectures about these things?
Well, they don't usually let me. I don't really venture into academia that much because my personality is a bit grating on most people, but when they let me loose in the lecture hall, so to speak, I think I have some things to say.
Well, I don't find you grating.
No, well, thank you. That's new.
You could always record these things and send them out, and if people watch them, they watch them, and
That's an
listen to them,
idea.
they listen to them.
Perhaps
And then
I'll,
at least-
what is it that the youth are doing? A podcast now.
Oh yes, I think that's the thing that they're doing. You could start that and send that out into the void, and and at least you'd be getting the information and your interests out there, and maybe you'd find more like-minded people. I mean, you found one.
I never thought of that. I'll consider it.
I could always help you set it up if you decide to.
Yes, of course. I welcome the help.
Well, this has been lovely. I think I've had my fill. I'm going to head back. If you would like to walk with me.
Of course, yes. I should probably retire for the evening. As well, we're going to be busy tomorrow with a meeting, first thing.
I'm probably going to go to the clinic before that. I'm a bit of an early riser.
As am I. Up with the sun.
Well, if you need help in the lab in the morning, I could skip things at the clinic and meet you there.
Oh, I mean, I don't want to pull you away from your responsibilities.
My responsibilities of late have been cut fingers and bug bites.
I suppose if you don't mind the band-aids being left on the counter.
Nico. He's a messy person.
Yes, he seems the type.
Very good at his job, but very leaves tools around and never knows where anything he needs is.
It's immensely frustrating, those types. That's why
Well,
I
there's
am...
geniuses that are organized, and there's geniuses who are messy, and he's a genius who is messy.
Yes, there is really one of the two types. I'm always grateful for our Mr. Bosco. Very good at his job, and also takes his tools with him when he leaves.
I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet. I
Oh,
was
he's,
outside of, stabbing him in the arm earlier.
Yes, quite lovely. Doesn't say much. I appreciate that.
It's always nice to just be in comfortable silence.
Yes.
And they can start the walk back to the houses, and you can do with that what you will. If you'd like to have a nightcap with them, you probably could. If you would like to let them walk you to your house, you could probably do that as well.
Yeah. No, I just had this image in my mind, like somewhere in the very back of my brain, of Ellison being like, "Oh, you'd like to have sex?
Would you like to come in?
Oh, all right." Just very like, okay.
All right. 4 for 4. Sorry. High scores. I'm just kidding.
I couldn't get that. I could not get that image out of my brain. Them just like standing at the door and being like, "Oh,
Oh, that's what you're okay.
Oh, all right, yes.
Yeah. Yep.
I
yep.
understand.
Yeah. I get it. I'm familiar with this dance.
I'm familiar with the concept."
I love it. Tommy, how late do you stay at the party?
I was gonna say I don't mean to ruin your streak, but Tommy
It's
probably
totally okay.
in like the middle
I'll
of
get
the
you in
party.
another game, Tanya.
I know. Oh yeah, please. Anyways, Tommy like halfway through the game, or that party. I'm sorry, Tina's being so loud right now. He would have doesn't want to be the last one there or the first one to leave. He's trying to keep a low profile. So he would have left when he thought was like an appropriate time, or like a larger group of other people left so he could just slip out. I'd imagine though he would have at least said hi to Nico and like anybody in the mechanical area that he saw. No major conversations, but he probably at least said hi to some people.
Yeah,
That's about it.
I love that for Tommy. And then goes back to his home.
Yeah,
Wanders
he's like
back.
so excited to go home to this, to him, giant apartment or house. And, like, nice.
the bed, like the models of these homes, they're either 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom. Do you think Tommy has a 2-bedroom, or did he vie for a 3-bedroom?
I would say 2-bedroom.
One
It's
for him,
either-
one for Mama.
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't. He's like, this is too much space. Like 3.
Yeah.
Who would need 3 bedrooms?
That makes sense.
So yeah, he'd just get 2.
Okay. Goes back to his little house. Does he like? Does he have like a nighttime routine?
No, he would.
Okay.
Yeah,
Close
he
the
would
door,
just like
shuts
plop
it,
down in
locks
bed.
it, plops down on the bed.
Mhm. Yeah, and his
That's
clothes. He
cute.
wouldn't care if he took them off or not.
All right. Well, I think unless anybody has anything else that they'd like to do in this party, that they have. Everybody good? Everybody good with the party? Everybody's good with the way that their party ended? Okay.
I mean, I have other medical history things and science history things I could talk to you guys about, but it seems like a different venue is needed for this.
All right. Well, you all spend the evening making conversation with your new neighbors and getting to know everybody, some better than others. Everybody's welcoming and pleasant and warm, minus, the few weird interactions you guys had. You can tell people are happy here. But you can feel something is just along the edge of like the cheerful tone of the party. As you all make your way back home, eventually, there's just something hanging over everybody's heads, and it's the 3 missing people. So everybody wakes up the next morning after having a quiet or not so quiet evening in your own rooms, in your own beds, in your own homes. And hold on, must change the music. How about this one? Well, it's your first time waking up on a new planet, everyone. Does everybody have any weird dreams?
I mean, I think Ellison's dreams would probably be weird to everyone else.
Okay.
But I think
Does Allison want to tell us about them?
I think because Ellison doesn't separate their like work life and personal life. Like it just, this is the thing that they do, and it's sort of like their entire personality most of the time. And so I think if they have any dreams, it's sort of like the immediate like waking up because they've had like, oh, I've had this new like I need to write down this new idea that I've had, or like, oh, like that one sort of experiment that's been just like bugging me and I haven't been able to like find the last piece of it. Like maybe this is it. And so, but I think their dreams like it mimic a lot of their like day to day like, and if anything, they probably just have dreams about like the new lab and stuff, and just like what that's going to change. Like, there's not really like a lot of separation between the two, I think.
Is Allison the type of person who has a like a journal next to the bed where they wake up in the middle of the night and just like write whatever ideas come to them if they wake up?
There are notebooks everywhere. There are notebooks stuck everywhere around this place.
So like they wake up in the middle of the night, they'll like think of something, write it down really fast, and then go back to sleep.
Yep.
Okay. I love that. That would be like a good insight into Allison. Anybody else? Dreams, weird dreams?
Tommy doesn't
Everybody-
dream. He passes out hard.
Just that's the horde, mad horde. Okay.
Scrub
so
dreams
you-
about exactly the events of everything that's going to happen over the next 4 or 5 sessions.
Okay.
And then we wake up at the end. It's all a dream. There you go. Wrote the rest of it. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, nice
Scrub
try.
was just a kid with a snow globe.
Yeah, just a cat with the universe on its collar.
We're making 2 very different references.
Yeah, that just threw my brain.
Not
apart
as
for a
different
minute.
as you think.
But yeah, basically the same idea, just executed differently. Does everybody wake up on time for the meeting at what did I said it at 9 o'clock? Value would have liked it to be at 6, but you know, Hardy
Oh,
the night
Ellison's
before.
been up since 5.
Okay. What does
Tommy's
Ellison do in the
15
morning?
minutes early. But if it's at 9, then he got up at 8:30,
Okay.
did 1 bar soap for his hair, face, body, all that, and got ready fast. And then he was there quarter till. So you're
Okay.
not early or late.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Richard gets there around the same time, 10 to 15 minutes early.
Donna would have made sure that Nora was up, knowing that she would have wanted to attend this meeting, but probably is a bit more awake in the morning since she didn't have as much to drink. So went home, cleaned up, and gets to the meeting, a little bit ahead of time.
Okay. Scrub, do you show up on time?
Yeah, I imagine Bex makes Scrub get up on time. So
Probably. Shakes him awake.
but I mean, I think he is actually excited for doing something because this seems like a little more excitement than usual. So isn't too cranky about it. Just late night.
Okay. Well, you walk into the main building, and it's set up like a town hall meeting. Valia, as you walk in, you see that she's in the back, and she's leaning against her desk. It's in the rear of an open room, waiting for everybody to arrive, and there are chairs set up for enough for every colonist. They've been set up facing her, and believe it or not, every colonist is there, and the front row is open. Conspicuously for 5 to 10 new arrivals.
So Scrub stands in the back.
Ellison's already sitting down there, like.
Yeah, front row. As everybody files in, the mood is palpable, right? Like everybody, the party last night was great. It was nice for everybody to let off some steam and just be, jovial and hang out and have a few drinks and have some food and meet everybody and have a good time and swim in the lake and whatever. But you all know why you're here. And as everybody takes their seats, Valia kind of clears her throat. And thanks for coming, everyone. Just waits for everybody to kind of like quiet down and be silent. Does anybody actually not sit in the front row of my squad?
I'm really debating.
Yeah, go for it. You do you. You're gonna get
I'm
killed
there.
regardless.
I'm sitting there.
Sees everyone there. Sees like one chair open in the front. It's like, I'm not gonna walk in front of everybody. I'll just stand back. Like it's not. I'm sure they weren't saving that for me. I'm just gonna stand in the back and listen to them.
There are precisely enough chairs for the exact number of colonists besides the missing.
I'm just gonna assume that extra chairs. We got a lot of people in here. Just gonna stand in the back. It's fine.
Okay. Well, looks at you being the only person standing in the back of the room. As you all know, we picked up a distress beacon coming from here, or from the area that the company dubbed as the Badlands. It's about 100 clicks north of here, and since it came in before Artemis was here, we assumed that it was crashed, a supply drop or something from a rival company trying to stake a claim here while we didn't have orbital surveillance in place. Regardless, as everyone knows, we're bound by law to investigate. And as those of you who were here when we sent them out, we sent my deputy Max and 2 agents from Wayland, Anna and Edwin, to investigate the beacon. And it should have taken them about half a day to get out there with the chariot, as the terrain is rough and the area is uncharted. They could have had to backtrack, and radio coverage is spotty at best, but we stopped hearing from them about when they would have reached the Badlands. Now, with Artemis in orbit, to relay their position, we thought that might have been better, but obviously they're still not back. And it's been 5 days, and we still haven't heard from them. All that is to say that I'm going to be soliciting volunteers to head out there. I'd like a well-rounded group, and I know who I have in mind, but I won't be forcing anyone to go. Does anyone have any questions?
Tommy is looking over at Richard Ram just to take his cue from him, but doesn't say anything.
Yes, my question is, for the travel, or not Russian, Irish, for the travel to get out there, is there a specific group that you are thinking about? Anybody specifically needed as medical personnel will be needed, I'm sure, just in case. Someone who knows the terrain well, someone who might be able to navigate us in that direction. But is there anyone else? If the convoy, if their ship or their transport has been damaged, probably someone who's available or understands how to fix it would be good to go. Someone to take us out there who knows the ship to take us out. Is there anybody else? Wildlife? Is there any sort of natural phenomena or creatures that we need to be on the lookout for that we need someone specific for?
So we haven't documented any hostile wildlife at this point. There's there's bugs and smaller creatures like squirrel-sized things. Nothing that most things here have run from any larger creatures, i.e. us. If I was going to have my say, I would want to send, somebody with medical expertise, somebody who can fix things, somebody who's good at being in charge, someone who is comfortable with piloting things and vehicles in general. And we don't know what we're going to be encountering out there, so another scientist is always good to bring along for the general things. I'll be taking volunteers. I'm not going to force anyone to go, but I would love it if it was some of the people from the new squad that just got here, because they don't have established jobs that they are required to do every day just for the functioning of the colony at this point. So if the new 24, if there's anybody who wants to go, that would be wonderful. Otherwise, we'll put you to work.
Of course, I'll volunteer. You have many duties left on this, in this facility, in this area. I would, if you need somebody who can run command, I'll be available for that.
I'll volunteer as well.
Thank you, Tommy. Be good to have you on board.
If I may, I would like to also volunteer my services. I function both as a scientist of a few different biological studies and genres, if you will, and also have the technological capability to monitor several different body cams, head cams, that sort of thing.
I checked out when you said volunteer. I'll take it.
I will be more than happy to go in case there's medical aid necessary.
That's wonderful, Donna. Thank you. Coop and Tally are arguing a little bit. Because Coop is, kind of, no, well, I'd go with them, and Tally's like, no, what the heck? We're supposed to go back up to the Artemis. Absolutely not. You are not going. I forgot what accent I gave her.
Tommy looks over at Scrub and is like, what are you afraid?
Like over the crowd, like back across everyone. Wow.
Yeah, he's got to razz you once.
Yeah. I mean, I'm supposed to be running shuttle services up to the Artemis, but if you don't need me for that, then sure. Yeah.
I mean, I would prefer it if you guys whoever goes took chariots as opposed to the dropship, just in case. We only have one med pod down here, and I don't want to stop shuttling back and forth to the Artemis, and if we don't have to for things. So if you're comfortable driving chariots, then I'm sure they'll be happy to have you aboard.
Yeah, it's not as much my wheelhouse, but fine. I can. Sure.
And
Is the company authorizing hazard pay for this?
I'm sure I can put in a request, considering it is an out of job description situation. But we're already getting like hazard pay just for being here. So you want double hazard pay? Like, I just want to know what to put in the paperwork.
Yeah, double sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. I'll put in the request. I can't promise that they'll go through, but
I just appreciate the effort.
it's just paperwork.
Whoever's gonna be operating the Orpheus might want to touch base with me before we head out. I have some custom modules I've put in. You might need to go run over some presets. Anyway, we'll go over that later.
Hoop looks at you and is just like, damn it, not again. Told you to stop touching it.
What is the timeline?
Well, it will take you about half a day to get up there. It's
no, I'm sorry. When would you like us to leave?
Whenever you get ready, and you're packed up and ready to go. We don't have a lot of weapons here, but I can give you some, just in case, if that's something that anybody is interested in. But again, we're not really equipped for that.
If there's a chance we might need it, much rather have one and not need it than need it and not have it.
And who's going to be running point on base?
Well, I'll be here.
Right.
And when you guys get there, I will do my best to keep radio communication. But again, that is very dependent on where Artemis is in orbit at the time, on whether or not it's going to be spotty or consistent.
Of course. Richard stands up and says to the group that has volunteered, all right, is there any does anyone have any need for longer than 45 minutes until we take off?
I guess it just depends on if the what they call it, if the chariots are fueled and ready to go.
Nico pipes up, realizing that's like his wheelhouse. We usually refuel them before we park them again. They should be all ready to go.
I think 45 minutes is more than sufficient.
All right. Is there anything else?
No, I will give you all radios so you can communicate back here with the cameras. But again, it's spotty at best. We'll keep our eye on you as much as possible, but you might be on your own out there.
Do the cameras have a recording feature internally?
Yes.
Wonderful. All right. Sits back down and motions if there's anything else for this meeting.
Well, that'll be it. Thank you, volunteers. I will talk to you all after this meeting adjourns. You can go gather your things. I will meet you by the chariots when you are ready to head out.
Thank you, Thalia. Richard gets up and walks out.
Yeah, in the machine shop, is there like a extra metal and stuff laying around in there?
Yeah. There's all sorts of like parts and pieces and things that like have been discarded or not used.
I imagine Tommy goes in there because it'll take him less than 5 minutes to pack, but he wants to like go and fashion some sort of weapon just that he can take with him, like a poor man's machete. So he kind of makes something like that, and that probably takes him about half an hour. And then he packs, and he's there 10 minutes early waiting for everybody else to get there.
Yeah, I imagine most of Donna's prep time is coordinating with Joe of like, okay, what are our first aid supplies and getting that organized and in a suitable carrying capacity.
Yeah, she'll pack you up with just some basic first aid stuff. And you have a thing already, right?
Yes, I have some stuff. So I have a surgical kit,
Okay.
and I have my own hand radio.
Okay.
So the surgical kit gives me a +1 to medical aid to prevent death from a fatal critical injury.
Okay.
And it's also my weapon. I guess
Oh
pulling
yeah, I
out
forgot the
scalpels.
surgical stuff. So she will also, let me get to the, does anybody want a firearm while we're talking about things? I can
Yeah.
tell you what is available here while I'm looking up the stuff for to see if Donna gets anything extra from Joe.
Tommy would want one.
Okay.
Yeah, what's there? Because I have a service pistol, but
Okay. Your other options that are readily available readily available on this colony. They have you have a service pistol, so you don't need another one of those. You could also grab a Armet model 12 gauge pump action shotgun if you would like one of those. They also have a AK-47 pulse assault rifle. There's
That's what
two of those.
Tommy wants.
Okay, you want an AK-47? There's
Yep.
two of those to go around if somebody wants. If you want two of those,
Someone else really
there's
wants it.
2 pump action shotguns and 2 service pistols. So if anybody wants a gun, you can have one. You just have to share.
yeah, Scrub's probably better at a distance if anything did go down. I have a ranged combat of 8.
Okay, so you would want an
Um,
assault rifle as opposed to a shotgun.
Wait,
But I
hold on. How is
Okay.
it 8? Like, I'm just trying to
oh, sorry,
understand.
agility plus ranged combat.
Okay.
So 5 plus 3 is 8.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm also better at distance, so I'll take the other one.
Well, so if you're taking, and Tommy took one of the assault, so we only have one more assault rifle to go around.
Well, there's also 2 service pistols. So
Yeah.
I'm not, I guess I don't know if those are better ranged or if they're better close up. I know the pump action shotguns are obviously better
Well,
at
so
close combat.
Well, I think ranged combat is any firearm.
Yeah.
it
Like
says
that, yeah.
yeah. No, it's just that is true. So it would be any firearm.
Okay.
does
So
Richard want an AK?
or do you want a
Richard
shotgun
has
or
a service pistol.
Okay.
So I think that would be sufficient for him.
Okay.
I think
I
actually.
would say if Tommy hears like a breath that Richard wants it, he'd be like, "Nope, sorry, boss, you can have. I'll take."
No,
the
I
pistol."
think that Richard will like look at it and go, no, I think that I think it's more suited to you. I prefer my pistol. It is locked to my specifications, and I know how it works properly. So I think you'd do
Got
better
the sight
with the
done just
AK.
perfectly.
Right.
Thanks,
It's
sir.
it's well calibrated.
I'll take a shotgun. I'll take the shotgun, then the two of you can have the rifles.
Again, this is a colony. There's not a lot of firearms, and plus,
Yeah.
the people who left took shit with them. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will just stick with my service pistol, so we'll keep one
It
behind.
looks like because the pistols are all medium range,
Mhm.
and then the assault rifle's long range, and the shotgun is short. Okay.
I mean, just so that I have some kind of ranged option, even though my actual ranged combat skill is 0. I've got 3 agility.
doesn't matter. You can still roll it.
Yeah, so probably one of the service pistols for Donna.
Does Ellison want a gun?
Ellison is completely uninterested in having a firearm, but
Totally
if,
fine.
If is told they should have one, we'll be like, okay.
You don't have to have one at all. I just wanted them to be options for everybody because you're
If
going
anyone
into
wants
an
to
unknown
push it,
situation.
They'll go along with it, and like knows how to use a gun, but is just completely uninterested in like, I don't need it. You'll handle that. I don't need that. I don't need to do that.
For those of you wanting medical supplies, you can grab, we'll say 2. If both of our doctors would like to take a personal med kit, you may. I will say you can choose between a personal med kit or any sort of pharmaceutical, drug. That would make sense for the situation if you'd like. If you want some like never sleep pills, or like what do you want? One of you wants to take a med kit. One of you wants to take some nap relief, which
What's
would
the nap relief do again?
it immediately reduces the patient's stress level to 0. It's an injectable instant pain reliever for all strains, stresses, and irritations. So I will let you choose 2 things. If either of you want to take, those things, you may. They can, or if you both want to take some nap relief, you can do that as well. Basically, just like injectable ibuprofen, essentially, I think. But I will say that an overdose of nap relief can have an intoxicating effect. Although I don't think, 1 dose is going to be too bad if you need it in a situation where somebody's panicking.
Bad intoxicating.
You get a -1 modification to all agility-based skill rolls.
Never mind.
So so everybody add your guns and things that you picked up. My doc does. If you would like let me know what you guys choose for your things. If you want personal med kits, I can read those out to you too. I have those up if you do not. And if you would like to look at the options for pharmaceuticals are page 137 and medical supplies are page 136.
And you said we could take 2.
1 for each of you.
1
2
for each,
total.
okay.
Yep.
Okay, so what is your medical aid roll again?
There's no way it's as good as yours.
Different kind of doctor.
It would be 5 total.
Okay. So yeah, mine is better. So I should probably take the med kit because that modifies medical aid rolls.
Yeah, you take the med kit. I will bring.
Sorry you can't cart a Pauline med pod with you. Joe is not going to let you take it from the clinic and haul it behind on one of the chariots. I'm so sorry.
I will do the nap relief and bring that just in case.
It's a nice thing in case somebody starts panicking.
Yeah.
You have somebody who ends up fucking catatonic from shitty rolls. It's not bad.
I have a question once we're done with the medical stuff.
Go.
Okay.
We're done.
The
that was it.
vehicle-
We're done.
Okay, I just want to make sure. The vehicle, what is it closest to? I just wanted to have the stats.
It is closest to. Oh god, now I gotta find the vehicles.
Is it the gyro car, or
It is closest to the all-terrain, the Wayland all-terrain vehicle.
Oh, okay.
See,
So that said pass. So are we gonna have? How many of those are we gonna have? Because it said passengers
2.
1.
Oh, okay. Well, those I've modified
Oh, you
them
wanna
in my brain.
okay.
They're 4-seaters
Okay, cool.
plus a trunk space. They're basically like an SUV.
Cool.
Yeah, I've just modified them in my head because I wanted the Lost in Space chariots in this game because I'm the GM and I do what I want.
You sure you don't want to give us an armored personnel carrier?
I'm so sure. I'm so sorry. You don't have one of those. You might have come here on a recommissioned Colonial Marine ship, but you do not have their personnel carriers.
You don't know how badly I don't want to leave the dropship behind.
I know.
You
can try to argue with Valia if you want to.
It has Hellhound missiles.
I know it does. I know. That's part of the reason why I don't want you to bring it with you. But you could argue with her.
No,
but you're going to be leaving the colony and your wife stranded.
They need it for getting back to the show. That's fine.
If everything goes to hell, then that's their only way off the planet currently.
Yeah.
And you would be taking it with you, and you would be making them go get it in order to leave if everything goes to hell. So
if I didn't have a wife on this colony, I would totally be taking the dropship.
You did that to yourself.
You did that to yourself. Yeah, that's exactly
I had to make
what I was gonna say.
consequences for myself.
There are a couple of things that Dr. Hemlock would like to set up, either beforehand or on the way. Because I have the PDAT, the tablet, and my wonderful motion tracking device.
Yes.
But mostly what Ellison wants to set up is because the tablet has the capability to like sync with other devices. If we have any, I don't know if we have any of the like mapping devices or anything, but it does specifically mention the helmet cams.
Yes.
So
You
we
will
we
all
can
be
even do that
getting-
like in the car on the way. Like
Yes.
Ellison is like trying to set that up so they have access to everybody's helmet cams and can like flip through those, sort of do
Yes.
recordings, see what is going on.
Yep, you are gonna get like the little helmet cams if you want to wear a helmet, or like the little like backpack type things that like like they're like strapped to you and they're just like right here. That's up to everybody what they want to do, but they're just basically cameras. They're not going to offer anything but visual of where you are and the location. But that can go back to Ellison. If you want to get those all set up, you will all get one of those. A
I'm
little
syncing.
camera.
I'm syncing.
Just sync all those up together. Anything
Also,
else anybody wants to do to prep?
Should we be taking or wearing suits for this, or
You don't need to on this planet
okay?
at all. If you want to take a biosuit, you can. Like you can take your spacesuits, or you can take like the hazmat type suits. You can.
I think that would be smart. We don't know what the like if it's a cave system and there's like a methane problem. I think that would be smart for us to.
You can
to
load those
bring.
in the chariot, not actually wear them, but you can bring them with you. Like there are hazmat suits. Like there's science shit going on here. Like you could readily grab enough of those for everybody.
Yeah, I think Richard is going to, before Michael leaves with the captain, ask if he can keep an eye on Pharaoh. And just let Pharaoh go back to the ship with them, just in case, because they don't know how long they're going to be gone, and it's the only thing he cares about.
Yeah, no, Michael will gladly take Pharaoh back up to Artemis when they pop back up, when Coop flies them back.
There's a suitcase with like 4 different sweaters in it, and
just it's like a little suitcase next to like clips to his carrier.
Yeah,
it's like full of his things. So cute.
His favorite treats.
Yes, I love that. Michael will understand your apprehension and just given the situation, and bring Pharaoh back up to the relative safety of Artemis with you when Coop drives Tally and Michael and now Pharaoh back up there, where six is patiently waiting for everybody to come back. Because 6 just stays on the ship.
I had a second question. Does anyone else have a micro view? Okay.
I don't know what that is. So
the citizen
presumably
micro
not.
view is like it's like a GPS.
No,
so
I have
it said that
the motion tracker.
Okay. Because I have the microview and the diagnostic device. But I was thinking the microview, because you said somebody that would allow us to kind of, I assume that's maybe how we're like, if they have a ping or something for where their last transmitted location was, that's how we might find them. But it's also how they like would know where we are at that time. It just says like, it essentially just tells us like where we are at any given time. I just didn't know if it would also give us an indicator of like
where
like
they were,
like a waypoint or something.
They did not have anything. They just went to the distress beacon. So they followed the marker from the distress beacon, like the GPS point out there, and didn't really bring anything other than a chariot and a few guns, because they were under the impression that it was just either a crashed ship from a rival company or crashed supplies or something they were just gonna take. And they still haven't returned.
Well, at least be helpful to have to get back at some point.
Anybody else have any prep things that you would like to do before we depart the colony?
Can I take the Gatling gun off of the?
Nope. Wrong game. You are not law. Wrong game. Tommy, any prep work? You just throwing some shit in a bag?
Throwing shit in a bag. and
I'm
his
just saying-
improvised machete, and that's it.
Just saying Van would let me do it. So, just
Whoa, we
Hey,
don't do
yo,
that
hey,
here.
we don't do that.
Just
Not on my
kidding.
channel. No,
Now we're
no.
fighting.
kidding.
Now
No.
we're fighting.
We're trying to get those XP
Just you
points.
wait until next week, buddy.
The GM gets to decide everything on this channel.
And that's your
Everything.
problem.
It's okay, Rachel. We'll talk.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I kid.
Oh no, now you wait.
Oh, no.
Okay. So Valia is, she brings your requested firearms for all of you that want them, and Joe brings over the medkit and the Noroprene, whatever it was.
Nap relief.
Nap relief. And brings that stuff over for you guys. And as you're loading everything, like the hazmat suits and all that kind of stuff into the chariots, because you're gonna need 2. And they're like 4-seaters, right? So you've got your 2 front seats, and then you've got 2 bucket seats in the back, and then there's like a pretty like decent sized cargo area, like small SUV sized ATVs. So you could, if you find the 3 people, bring them back as well and be fine. Because there's enough, not enough seat belts for everybody, but enough room for everybody, if that makes sense.
Because we're definitely going into this adventure thinking everyone is going to survive.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, our characters are.
You don't know. The characters don't know that they're in my game. And you see another figure running towards you guys with a backpack like slung over them. And it's Nora. And she is gonna invite herself along.
Of course, we could use an extra set of eyes, especially someone with your investigative skills.
Are we entirely sure having a writer aboard is the best course of action?
She's not just a writer, she's an investigative journalist, yes? I've read your file.
Thank you.
So someone who has another eye out for misdoings, or just another set of eyes who are adept at
I'm good at a lot
finding
of things,
things-
Dr. Hemlock. Don't write me off yet.
unless that's going to be a problem, Dr. Hemlock.
No, not at all. I never write anything off without a mountain of evidence. Come, Nora, please let me set up your camera.
And,
Right.
She will let you hook her up.
If everyone else is ready, I'd like to do this by the book. I know that not all of us are as experienced with on-planet sort of extractions and exploration, so if you have any questions, please let me know. Beyond that, we're just going to be doing what we're told. If you have, if anything comes up and you're feeling uneasy about something, please speak your mind. You're all very well trained, and I trust all of you to get us all back safe, especially those who went before us. So let's do this and do it well.
Right, good pep talk. Nora hops into the back seat of one of the.
Thank you.
If I may, Richard, when you say doing what we're told,
Right. By
do you mean
me.
by you?
Yes, of course.
Okay, right, good. I just like the clarification.
Right. As I am the leader on this mission, the one in charge, I think that running things through me is going to be for the best. To keep things simple. Alright. Take us away, Scrub.
Valia will. Who wants to drive the other one? Who wants to be the driver? Tommy, or I'm thinking Richard. One of the two of you would probably be the drivers.
It's not me.
Because I was gonna say Dr. Hemlock is gonna be too busy doing things.
busy.
And Donna,
could drive.
I don't see driving the
I've got my
thing.
motion
3 in
tracker, I've got my
agility, but
tablet.
0 piloting.
Oh, right. That's a roll.
Oh, hey, same.
Hold.
Me too.
You guys are driving across the ground. I'm not gonna make
Yeah,
you roll
yeah,
to
okay,
drive
yeah.
through the woods. Okay,
Okay.
I'm not gonna
I
make you
can-
roll to drive
I
an
can do
ATV
this.
through the woods. I
Alright,
think
I can-
anybody
Tommy
can
would
do
look
But
good
that.
in
as a
case something
officer.
bad happens, it's good to know who might be able to get out of shit driving the other
Yep,
one.
it is good to know who might be good
Yeah.
in
You
a
got this,
stressful
Dick.
situation driving. So yeah, you guys hop in your chariot. Who is in what chariot? I just need to know for reasons.
I think Richard would request Tommy and probably Donna.
Yes.
I'll go with Scrub.
Tommy
And-
sits in the back.
And
Nora
Nora?
hops in the back of that one, yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have a great ride.
Oh,
We're
wait.
gonna have a great
Hold on.
ride.
Do I have the nerds and the
So
journalists? Is
exciting.
that, is that
You've got a
Just
nerd
me.
and a journalist. You got a
You
nerd
have
and a
me and
journalist.
Nora.
Oh, I just have Nora. Oh, great.
Yes,
so
there's 3 in each.
so okay.
That's so great. Okay. Well, you guys are all loaded up, and
We're gonna
feel
need
like...
a whole session to role play the car talk.
Yep. That's why. I'm
What
thinking
talk?
It's a little early, but we have got to do end of session stuff, and I don't want to forget. So I'm thinking it might be a good time to end as everybody gets into their chariots. You're all prepared to go towards the distress beacon. You know, you've had a party, you've had some fun, you've met some colonists before this weird meeting, and getting ready to go to this distress beacon. So everybody ready for end of session things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, nothing crazy happened.
Not yet.
Not yet. But did you participate in the game session? Were all of you here?
No.
Yeah. Oh.
Damn
I've been a ghost this whole time.
What? Wrong game.
What if I just disappeared?
That'd be really cool. Actually not, because then you wouldn't be here. and
I
that
gotta
would
work
make
on
me
my
sad.
mind freaking.
You're Chris Angel.
I've been Chris Angel the whole time.
Everybody gets 1 XP just for being here. Did anybody risk or sacrifice something to further their personal agenda?
No, I didn't.
Not risking anything.
Donna did
but-
some diving into her personal agenda.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, nothing
risk or
risk
sacrifice.
yet. Like talking about it with anyone other than Nora, that could have been risky. But
Did you risk your life for your buddy? Nobody was in any life-threatening situations, so I'm gonna say that's a no. Did anybody challenge or stand up to their rival?
I mean, I didn't risk my life for Tommy Bosco, but I did talk him up.
That's true. And I did give Scrub some shit, so I don't know if that's challenging or.
Well, did you stand up in an altercation?
No.
I don't think it was a full. If I
Yeah.
had said no, then it might have turned it into an altercation.
Yeah, it was shit
Yeah.
light then.
Then you probably would have got an XP for it if it had been like an argument that turned into
I will argue with you more, Tanya, to give you XP.
That's
Fight,
all I
fight,
want.
kiss,
Thank
fight,
you.
fight. Did anybody make a panic roll?
didn't
No.
all our characters make bisexual panic rolls?
I mean,
Not
ooh.
me. I mean, me as a player, but not me, as a character.
player. You know, no, sorry.
Yeah.
Did you overcome a dangerous event using violent or non-violent means?
God, how dangerous is a party to some of us, though?
Well, look, a little bit for everybody, but I think that it ended well for most people. So I'm gonna
think
go with no.
everyone.
Yeah, I think everybody got what they want to do out of the party, including me. I get an XP. I'm just kidding. Did you make a significant discovery or revelation?
I feel like Dr. Cello did.
Yeah.
The answer is yes, my friends. Nora is here investigating Wayland while being employed by Wayland. There was a discovery. I think everybody gets an XP for that.
Thank you, game mistress.
Everybody gets
Thank
an
you,
XP.
Mommy.
It's a
Thank
short.
you, mother.
Oh, it's a short game, so you guys are just. I'm just gonna give you XP when I can for
Yeah.
fun, so that maybe by the end of this, you guys have some extra shit. Nobody explored or performed any extraordinary actions, unfortunately. But you did earn money, so everybody gets 3 XP today
Yay.
for this session. So
We're halfway there.
I fucked
I
a
think-
robot. Is that extraordinary?
Yeah, buddy. I mean, for some people, it's more than extraordinary. It's everything they want.
Did you guys bang the? Do you bang the robot?
Well,
It's hard
I
to
mean,
say. We faded to black.
You
It's hard.
wouldn't know.
We
We faded to
built
black.
a cat tower together. That's pretty big.
I have a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
mean-
questions, but I'll save those for later.
Look, that's for LB to decide because Michael's down.
I mean, he's a robot, so he could have like whatever parts you want.
Anyways,
It's all modular.
He's modular, yeah.
He's like Mr. Potato Head down there.
Why is it in the sink?
Guys, come on, let's move on.
Sorry.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Sorry, I watched I watched way too much Archer. So, well, everybody gets 3 XP, which means between the 2 that you got at the beginning and 5 or 3 that you got now, you have 5, which I think gets some people some things if you want to,
Oh.
right? Is it 5 XP?
Where
you
do
can
we
spend?
find this stuff?
Spending XP. That is in a handout that I put in there.
Oh.
Learning a talent always costs 5 XP. And to increase a skill by 1 step costs 5 XP.
Sweet.
So you guys can pick through that stuff in our week off. You can decide to do this or keep it, whatever you guys want. But you have options now. You can increase a skill, or you can learn a talent. And talents will require a day of practice and a successful wits roll for the attribute you're going to use only. And you can make 1 attempt per day to learn that if you wanted to. And skills it'll be 5 XP, and to do this, you have to have either used a skill and succeeded without a skill level during the session, or have been instructed by a teacher for at least 1 shift. So if you want to like take your XP and then be like, before we left, I wanted to go talk to this person and learn this thing, I'll allow it, because again, this is going to be a short game, so I'm cool with it. I don't care. Do what you want. Just sell it to me, you know. If you guys want to up your skills or your talents, you're welcome to do so. Just message me in between and we'll do things.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. So let's do stars and wishes, fam.
Yay! My star is gonna go. I think my star is gonna go to Alex, because he was the only one who not only got some like pertinent information about stuff that's going on in the game, but had the riz to like pull off something that I wasn't expecting. We all had our little RP moments and seduced people in our own way, but Alex had that. So you want to get back to my place sort of situation that I wasn't expecting. So A+ for you. My wish, I'm so ready for alien stuff. I'm so ready to get into the spookies and the scaries and like just topple over everything that we've built in this little 2-episode arc so far.
I'm so sorry ahead of time. And also thank you for your stars and wishes. Who's next? Alien shit, adding it.
I'll go next. My star is gonna go to Val and Scrub, but mostly Val, because you picked a character personality and you refuse to stray from it. In a really fun way. That is fun to try to. It's fun to watch and also fun to like try to engage with. I like Scrub, and Scrub knows who he is. And you know who Scrub is. And it's fun. It's fun to think about and like plan to interact with a character who feels sort of like very established from the get-go. So well done. And also Scrub makes me laugh just regularly. My wish, I don't have a gun, so obviously my wish is to be in trouble, in which a gun would help.
Noted, babe.
I made that decision. Ellison made that decision for me.
Yep. I wrote it down. Sorry ahead of time for next week, everyone.
We call that hurt me.
I'll go next. I have a star for kind of everybody, but if I had to pick one, I want to give it to LB because of Richard Ram. Like all the little weird, I know there are words and you know many words, but the way you're pulling these out of your ass is pretty impressive. I'm like, oh shit, okay. You sound like maybe an officer would sound, so I think that's awesome. And my wish, I'm kind of on the same, I want to see some alien shit. I'm very curious about like the terrain and I don't know, just the environment. So I think that's it.
Thank you, Tanya. I wrote it down. Scary alien shit. Oh no, that's on 2 of your lists. What's gonna happen next? I wonder if it's scary alien shit.
I mean,
What
I will.
in this game?
What?
What? In my colony
have
set?
have I been building you guys up? Are you suspicious?
I will be ramping that up a bit with my wish, but first my star is just gonna go to Rachel for how excited she was to flirt with all of us and like
Look, I am
keeping
who
score.
I am
so
who I am.
that was fun. But then my wish, and I mean this with all the love and affection I can, one of us needs to die next time. Needs to, set the stakes. And if that's my character, then so be it.
I could be a
Damn.
tribute for that too. Like I'll volunteer. I don't want Tommy to die, but someone's got to do it. It would raise the stakes. That's a perfect way to put it.
Damn, that's coming out hard with his wishes. I don't think I could make that choice for Scrub to like get. I think Scrub's gonna fight to the bitter end to get back, no matter what. Too much at stake. I think I'm the last one to go, right? Everyone else, yeah. All right. I'm gonna give my star to good old Tommy Bosco, aka Tanya, for that's it. You pointed out, but the little bit of leaning into the rivalry and taunting Scrub in that moment, it was fun, and I want to have more now that we've had our time with the other NPCs, having more interactions between the 5 of us and playing into those relationships. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I am very excited for that. And my wish. Yeah, I mean, I think my biggest wish is now that we've had the chance to meet all of these characters and build up this rapport with them, and I'm sure this is the whole reason for it. I'm sure this wish is completely unnecessary. Having them all now be put at stake, and now having to like go and save them, or finding out whatever's going on and having to save the colony, like seeing that tension is gonna be great. So I want them all to be put in danger, and us have to make some hard choices to save them.
Wrote it down. I'm so sorry for next week already, guys. Well, thank you for your stars and wishes.
Do it.
I know that the first 2 sessions were very chill. I had it planned that way, to keep things fun and let everybody explore the characters, maybe get attached to people. I'm not manipulating your emotions at all. Next week, you're going to be going to investigate the distress beacon and get to see what that entails. So yeah, that's it for tonight. Thanks for all your stars and wishes. Thanks for hanging out with us, friends. And LB, you get to take it away now.
Yeah, thanks for running the game for us tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Everyone watching, everyone on the YouTubes, on the Twitters, on the Twitches, whatever you're watching this on, we appreciate it. I'm LB Hackemup. The next time this channel is going to be live is going to be on Thursday, where they are playing Themeless Thursdays. Ren will be by herself on Friday doing some gaming. I'm not sure what she's decided on yet, but she'll be playing earlier than we normally do, because that's usually what she does by herself. This game will be dark on Sunday next week due to traveling and stuff, but we'll be back in 2 weeks, either with this game or with, we might play Demonologist again, we might play another spooky game, maybe Monster Road Trip, who knows, depending on who's available. We have a couple weeks coming up in October where we won't be playing this game, unfortunately, because of absences, but that's okay. We'll be playing other stuff. The next time I'm going to be live is tomorrow night on Indoor Adventures channel with our level 20 D&D game. We are about to face a monster from Limbo that is... We are level 20, so this is like endgame shit. It is a big bad creature. I'm excited to fight it as my halfling barbarian. But that's it. That's me for now. Take it away. Alex?
You're the one who usually takes okay, we're doing everyone again.
Outros. Okay.
Outros, guys, come on! Why are you acting brand new?
was
me.
just you doing like
No!
a that's the end of the stream.
Sorry.
Yeah, we thought you were ending the stream.
We've done this
I
once.
started, so I have to do
You've
it.
done this one time. Yeah, I should have. That's my bad. I should have gone to Alex first instead of
There you go.
LB.
There. Well, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll
Oh,
do.
next week.
Next
week
week.
I'll go to Alex
Next
first,
we'll try.
and then I'll do me, and then it'll be LB.
Well, hello. I am Alex. You have seen me my unexpected charisma this evening. You can see more of that over on GGK on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And on the internet, I am OMG It's Some Guy.
And I'm Van. You can find me on the internets at Van But Wilder here on Sunday nights and over on twitch.tv/game nights, game with 2 G's and nights with a K, several other days throughout the week.
And I'm Tanya at Tanya Rolling Places. If you're in Grand Rapids, October 6th, my group Pants, yes, I named them Pants, will be due at Improv Fest in Grand Rapids. And that's all I got. Good night.
Hello, everybody. I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown. Look here on the internet. I'm over on GGK. You should join us tomorrow for what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been streaming.
I was like, wait, do
What?
you not know I stream over? Yeah, I stream over on GGK.
Have you not met
Your
me?
Ted crying. Sorry.
This is perfect timing. Tomorrow, Red Jenny playing the Dragon Age TTRPG at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Please come join us for that. We're getting into a whole different start. We've had a big time skip. We got lots of drama coming on. If you're a big Dragon Age fan, we've brought a lot of really familiar characters into it. So please come join us for that.
Even if you're not, it's good shit.
Yeah, even if it's not, it's good shit. That's me. Bye.
And hi, I'm Rachel. Rachel is best. Rachel is the best with a Z7S. I was your game mother this evening, and I will be distressing my friends next time we play this game, and I'm already sorry about it. I've been playing this for so long, and I'm so excited to put you guys in a really shitty situation. So that's that. But I'm here on Sundays doing this for now, and on Sundays, Saturdays. I know days of the week. I have weird days off. Sorry, guys. And on Saturdays, I'm on GGK with Val and Van. Playing some Dungeons and Dragons where I don't have to be in charge. I just get to be a dumb water genasi idiot, doing water genasi idiot druid things and lighting things on fire all the time. And I don't know, that's me. LB, your turn.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We, like I said, will be live on Thursday, and this game will be back in a couple weeks. We'll see you then. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.